Every athlete at every level has goals. Whether it's running marathons or owning every obstacle on the course, no matter your goal, chocolate milk helps you recover, refuel, and rehydrate. Chocolate milk, official sports drink of Prospect Acres Obstacle Course.
We all need medical care, expert medical care. That's why you need Convenient MD. Our state-of-the-art facilities give you access to leading local physicians and medical teams 7 days a week. When you need medical care, it's not just about being there.
It's about raising the bar.
It's about peace of mind.
Our focus is you.
Because that's the way it should be.
Convenient MD, putting quality back into healthcare.
This is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming to you from the 2022 New Hampshire Meet of Champions at Sanborn Regional High School. Today's Meet Hub brought to you by Arthur Thomas Properties. We have our field events just barely underway. Looks like they're all kind of starting at slightly different times. Official time to start, that would be 2:30. We're 2:36 on the track right now. Taking a look currently at pole vault. We might be transitioning over to triple jump shortly. Do expect to have a pretty good day on triple jump. Some of the events to watch, of course, is boys triple jump, one that we'll see right away. Shane Wang, state record holder. He set that, well, I know he had a good state record last year.
Yes, he has. I mean, Shane Wang's one of the ones that we're definitely watching today. And we're going to have a remote camera over there, Greg, because you're the master of remote cameras, right?
We'll see if it shows up or not.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones that we're going to try today. We're also going to have a remote camera that's going to be moving around the track and trying to give different angles today, as well as the super replay.
Super replay.
I'm calling it the super replay.
Super replay.
Oh, you can slow it down, see who wins at the very end.
Well, that will come in handy with another event to watch, the boys 100 and 200 meter dash. We've got Seth Bayless and Pooney Fletcher challenging as well. Of course, Nate Fletcher from Portsmouth. Some might consider to be the best all-around athlete in New Hampshire. That's up to debate. We'll see how it goes today. Obviously, Patrick Gandini might have something to say about that as well. He has a tendency of doing a lot of events. Tim, what else do we have interest in?
Well, the 800, you have Jeremiah Pior against Pierre Singh. Singh is doubling back, actually. And it's you might say, why is he doubling back? Well, last week he won the divisions in 4:15, really having a great last lap kick. And then he doubled back to a 156. So, and not saying he wasn't necessarily pushed, but he wasn't necessarily pushed. So you could actually think that Pierce Singh could go even faster. I'm really looking forward to Singh versus Torrin Kindop in the boys 1600 first. That's when both will be fresh. Both have monstrous kicks. I have yet to see Kindop get kicked down or beaten in a kick, and obviously Singh is having a phenomenal breakout year. So that could be a sleeper pick for race of the day on the boys' side. Boys 800, again, Singh coming back to Peor. Jeremiah Peor came close to winning last week. Kindop double winner, chicken dinner, while Pierce Singh was also a double winner. And so seeing those two races is going to be pretty key.
We're taking a look at the pit now for triple jump on the boys' side. Boys long jump should also be pretty good. We've got 4 guys in the 21s. So that could get to be quite the duel there. Taking a look on the girls' side of things. Girls' sprints, we've got D1, D2, South Ross, Kennett Wheat. Jimmy, what do you think about that matchup?
Which one? Just got here.
The girls dash, Ross. I know you
Oh,
got
that's
some
going to be a
thoughts.
good one. Yeah. I think I'm going to pick Ross in the 100 and Wheat in the 200. I think it's going to be a good one, though.
I mean, you might think that, but Ross, she has such a late charge. I think it's going to be the last couple steps.
Yeah, it could be.
Honestly.
I mean, Ross is definitely a good class. Wheat's got she's got some heart. We'll see what happens. But that's one of the ones I'm definitely looking forward to.
That's a D1 versus D2 showdown. And then the girls 1600, 4 girls seated within a second of one another. What do you think of that, Jim? Usually when that happens, what happens with that?
Well, usually the pace gets slowed down and they go for the kick.
They got to be careful with that, though.
They do.
Because you got to qualify for New England's number 1, and then you have to run a fast enough time to get a decent enough heat.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to Tyler Sheedy the other night in the 3200. I said, whatever you do, don't slow it down and find your way into a slow heat of the New England in case something happens.
Yep.
I said, you still got to keep it honest.
Yep.
You want to be in that fast heat of the New Englands no matter what, even if you come in 4th place.
And there was a bit of an exodus out of the mile because there was entries in there like a Chloe Trudell.
Right.
And now she's going to run the 3200 fresh, and she literally is going against the underclassman whirlwind from D2 of Bose, Susanna Zahn, also Maya Brochu, and then the breakout of the year, Sheldon Fisher from Co-Brown.
Yep.
They're all going to be fresh in the 32. That's going to be when the sun's starting to
Don't
set.
forget Shelley Smith.
Well, hold on. I was getting there. If you read the preview, we gave credit to those 4, and then we said don't count out D1 champ Shelley Smith because don't you think she's just barely scratching the surface?
Yeah, and I think she'll work good coming from behind also. We would say like a bottom feeder, but basically what happens is you're increasing your speed while people are coming off from the big fight, and next thing you know, you start swallowing them up.
She's running beyond her years.
Yeah,
she's running beyond her years, and she obviously the super high and super confidence builder of winning the D1 state championship.
Zahn looked pretty good the other night.
Zahn looked great. That was doubling back also. So, your sleeper pick I think could be Shelley Smith, but Chloe Trudell.
Oh yeah,
she has the best time by a lot.
Yeah, you can't go against her. She's the favorite.
Yep, and then you could kind of pick them between the other 4. But I think those are your New England qualifiers of the top 5, and then your 6th one might be. Remember, top 6 make New England today, folks.
Catherine Kennedy might be the 6th.
Correct, yeah, from Concord. And then, we leapfrogged to the 800, which is the showdown of showdowns today.
Oh, that's going to be a good
D3, D1.
Yeah.
Fiona Doherty from D1 Bishop Gurdon versus Brianna Malone from Portsmouth Christian. D3 both have 215, 216 PRs this year.
Yep.
And I mean, who do you give that to?
Well, actually, she's gone 214 now.
Malone did, yep. Yeah, all by herself too.
Yeah, who do you give it to? Whoever's got the most fight coming down in the end.
They're both proven to be pretty fighting. They both can fight.
I think they could both go 211, 212.
They can
in a good battle.
if they can push each other. It's a great day for the 800 today too, isn't it?
Yeah. The boys' side, you already talked about that.
We did, but go ahead, give us your couple takes. I mean, Nate Fletcher from Portsmouth. Have you ever seen an athlete be able to throw the javelin the way he does, then jump on the track, do the 300 hurdles, and then still win the 200?
Yeah, he's the best all-around athlete here today.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
But he'll have his work cut out for him in the 200. Bayless isn't going to give him anything, but they're both right in the hunt.
They are.
21-6 and 21-9. So
finishing off the girls though, you got Sydney Lavelli from Exeter.
Yep.
Long jump number 1 in long jump number 1 in 300. We got 300 hurdles. We got to watch her, and then Brianna Danis.
Long jump last week. She'll have some fire in her eyes this week.
Yep.
This week to come back and get that.
Yeah, but I think she'll be a little bit more relaxed this week.
Exactly.
The extra pressure of the team championship and the high of Exeter winning. Exeter won last week. That was pretty amazing. Half a point. Yep. And then Pinkerton's Brianna Danis in the shot and the discus. Favorite in both of those two. Watch out for Natalie Riley from D3 and a couple of Nashville North throwers as well. Right. So it should be pretty.
She's only a junior.
Brianna Danis.
They're two studs of juniors.
North or Pinkerton?
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton. Yep. Oh yeah.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking Pinkerton, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Gotcha. So it's a super exciting day. Top 6. Unlike last year where New England's did not take place, this is the last meet on the schedule. We're right back to tradition, right back to normalcy. Top 6 in every single event. Make it to New England's down in Connecticut next week. Believe it or not, we're going to be live streaming down there too. We got the live streaming right, so we'll be live streaming combined with Bay State running, Ocean State running, MyResults.com out of Connecticut. It's going to be sort of a team broadcast next week, in which we're able to cover almost every single state in New England, which is like the most unique meet in the country when you think about it. So,
and it's probably one of the most competitive.
Yep, and we're right back to normalcy too because we have Larry Martin here as the announcer. So you're going to hear his voice in the background every so often, and that's great. Sometimes when Jim and I or Jim and Greg get tired, they're just going to be quiet and listen to Larry anyway. So that's what we do anyway.
Everybody recognizes Larry's voice.
Yeah, so it's
Does a
perfect.
great job.
Yeah, we're back. He'd rather hang up here with us than down in the sun on the track
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Did you talk about the 1600?
Yeah, so
Boys?
my question to you, just to kind of interview you.
Yep.
I had my pick of a race of the day potential on the boys' side. What's yours? I'm not going to tell you mine.
As far as the race, what race
Which
I
one?
think?
Which one are you looking most forward to?
I'm looking forward to the 1600 and the 3200. Probably pretty equally.
Yep.
One, because I like Tyler Sheedy because he's worked in the booth with us, and I liked how he battled an injury and came through it. And I really think that's going to come down between Sheedy and Gandini on paper. And I think both of them will keep it fast. But you can't count out Hills. You can't count out Hiltz. You can't count out Harriman.
Wait, is Hiltz doubling back from the mile, though?
I believe so.
Sheedy's fresh. So you have Sheedy at 9:13, 14:56.
Yep. Sheedy and Gandini are tough. They're the two favorites going in.
Yeah.
They're the fresh ones.
And
Killian Harriman and Hiltz are all.
Love all those kids, but
Yep.
come on, head-to-head race. Which one's going to be the best one of the day?
Talking the mile?
Talking the mile.
Yeah. I think
You got Singh and Kindop, 2 double winners.
And this is what could happen. This is what could happen. They can worry about each other. And I can tell you right now, if you had to line them up and you had to sprint them right now, Hiltz is faster than all of those guys in a 100 sprint. If he could let it come down to the last 100, Hiltz could win this
I
thing.
think you're being a Concord homer right now.
I think
to be
I
honest
am,
with
but you know what? I think we've had.
Have you seen the final laps of Singh this year? Have you seen the final lap splits of Kindop?
I think they're better quarter-miler finishers. But I think if they get worrying about each other and they forget about who else is in the race, I think
they're going to be pushing each other the whole time. It's going to be awesome.
I really think Murphy or Hiltz.
So I'm not going to discount Jimmy on this. I'm making fun of him because he's a friend of mine, and being a homer for Concord, that's fun. Hiltz and Murphy, you have to be aware of them at the end. You have to be. And I think because of their reputations, Kindop and Singh are not going to be hanging out. They're going to be ripping the whole time because they respect that.
I really think that those two are the class of the thing, but of that meet. But I'm going to tell you right now. Yep. What?
You're broadcasting. All right. So, how are we looking at triple jump, Greg? Have we started out yet?
Yeah, we're partway through first flight. Looks like I haven't quite caught any names or results just yet. Of course, boys triple jump is set up as 2 flights. First flight being 7 people, second flight being 9, and then of course the top 8 will be returning for finals. So 3 jumps in prelims, and then you earn 3 more if you are the top 8 and make it to finals.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Pronunciation.
Yes, Kunish.
Kunish. Okay, sounds good.
So that 1600, I believe, those are the 2 favorites.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right with Hiltz and Murphy. You can't discount them. If they're around, they're going to be factors. They're going to be factors in the race period. They're going to be factors in the race period.
Yeah.
It's just what's going to happen the last lap. So we'll see.
Coaches that have one or more.
It can't come down to the. I was saying this to Forrest this morning. If it comes down to the typical, I'm going to go at 400, or if I'm going to go down at 200, I'm going to tell you right now, Sane, or whatever you want to call him,
Sing.
Sign.
I think it's Sing the way you say it. Yeah.
Sing or Kindop's going to win.
Yeah.
If they let it come right down to the last 50,
Yep.
I really think that
Yeah.
Hiltz has a chance.
Yeah.
If Murphy made a move like he did last year,
Yeah.
but he made it at 600 and opened up a gap,
Yeah.
and they froze
Yeah.
and didn't make up the gap, he could steal it.
Yeah. You can.
But that's the only way.
Man, what a race it's
But
going
it
to
can't
be.
be traditional.
This is going to be a great race. Period. Then Sing doubling back to go against Payor in the 800 is going to be great too.
Then you got Khalil.
And I think Larry wants to say something.
All you two talk about is the distance of that.
Well, I'm going to the.
Oh, I know. There's some big time bias.
Well, the 100, Seth Bayless, state record holder. But you got Pooney from Leb, who gave him a little bit of a run last week.
He's awesome.
But
I
what
love
about
that kid.
D1? You still got D1 guys. You got Fletcher too in the 200.
That's going to be the good race. That's going to be a really good race.
New Hampshire. It's funny how people kind of view New Hampshire. They look at the results of sprinters, in the month of April and May, and they discount them. But by the time the end of May comes around in June, keep in mind, the rest of the southern states of the United States, they start in mid-February. We start in late March. They get 3 or 4 weeks head start. But you know what? Our athletes always catch up. They always catch up by the end.
The thing about Bayless and Fletcher, they can compete on the New England level.
Yeah, and Bayless is competing on the national level.
Right.
So it's pretty exciting.
And then Wang and the
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to kind of getting
triple jump. I mean, he's light years ahead of everybody else. Oh, well, that's not good then.
Oh. Okay, we'll see if he's competing. We heard that Shane Wang might have got it banged up yet last week, so
right, he's
we'll see if he's competing.
Triple jump.
Yeah.
I mean, what a talent that is right there.
Oh my goodness.
And then we got 3 50-foot shot putters.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we get that. I don't think we have line of sight for that to get the camera out there for that today, but obviously be keeping tabs on that. And once Mr. Martin gets the results in, we'll be repeating them for
and
everyone.
A 14-foot plus pole vaulter, Epstein.
Yep.
So he's gonna,
he's got a foot lead on the next guy, who's
right.
a Co-Brown guy, 13 feet. He's doing a little bit less this week. We'll see what can happen there.
Yeah. So you never know.
Yep.
We had I think, was it last year we had the surprise with Lucier?
Yep. Yeah. Well, pole vault's so finicky. So is high jump. You never know what's going to happen in both of those. So it's good.
The girls' hurdle race is going to be really good.
Yes. Very good.
You got Lurs and Cousins. And you're not even talking about the best ones.
Not even talking about Wheaton. Not even talking about those.
No.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can hear him?
We can hear Forrest. Forrest, how's it look down there?
Looks good. We're jumping around like 39 right now.
Okay, cool. So Forrest, we got a little bit of a report through the grapevine. You know how reliable that is, but have you seen Shane Wang down there? Because we heard he got banged up last week. He might not be competing this week. Can you hear me? He said he can hear me.
Yeah, 41 inch.
That's the first one we've seen over 39. It's 41 inch. How about now? That was 40 and 1 inch.
Just heard from Forrest, 41 inch. We are going to go ahead and see if he can hear us a little bit both ways. We'll see if we can't get some audio down there as well. So it's a two-way conversation. Right now we're just doing the one way.
Test.
We can hear you testing. Just can't hear us. But I don't know if he's figured that out yet.
That was 40 feet and 1 inch.
Again, this is NewHampshireTrackAndField.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming to you from the 2022 New Hampshire Meet of Champions, Sanborn, New Hampshire. Today's Meet Hub brought to you by Arthur Thomas Properties.
Here we are, New Hampshire Track and Field. We're here at the boys triple jump. Flight 1 is on right now, to the best of my belief. Seen a few good jumps so far. Seems like everyone's getting a little further as we progress, as we have a Nashua North bag going right now. Oh, just takes a little run through.
How's the wind down there, Lou?
We're good?
I don't know.
Yeah, one good. Okay. Just go do it. Just go behind.
Just arriving.
The following field event are in progress. Girls long jump, boys triple jump, girls high jump, girls discus, boys pole vault, boys shot put, and boys javelin. Spectators are not allowed on the infield. If you want to watch these events, you must do it from outside the fenced-in area. In the long jump, shot put, discus, and javelin. There are 2 flights of 8 competitors. The top 8 from both heats combined will make it to the final for 3 more throws or jumps. Anyone from Division 2 or 3 that did not get their awards last week, those awards are located in the awards tent, which is the red tent at the top of the straightaway.
No, Ukraine has a really good high jump.
Just go straight through there.
Rock boys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of melon. A lot of melon. I go. It's unplugged.
What shape? Maybe I should go. I want to be.
I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if they were serious or not. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll do. Okay, buddy. Did you see what's his name? Kyle Lowry, like his season was a waste just for playing for the I was trying to comment.
You can see right now we have flight number 2 warming up.
That's a little over. That's fine now.
Yeah, I got my charger. I thought. Oh wait. I can plug it in now. Okay, I have it in there.
So I'll start it, Luke, and then you just pick it up and I
So, breaking it up again might be another minute or 2 for warm-up, see how many people want it, but they're blocking it right now, which either means they're about halfway through or completely done with their warm-ups. They did have the opportunity before the first flight as well to do a little bit there. So at this point they should be probably pretty good. Looks like we are still having a couple of warm-ups, however. First flight has completed. We are on to Flight 2. They're doing warm-ups for Flight 2. Yeah, with 7 guys in the first flight can move pretty quick, especially because most everyone would be here, not necessarily at a track event they had to sign out for. If they're doing another field event, that could be the case. You know, jumping back and forth between this and something like pole vault would be common for some of these guys. But, you know, a lot of times, too, you can kind of rearrange what flight you're in and work on it that way.
That's the toughest thing for an athlete, to go back and forth, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
To figure it out. A lot of people don't know that. They think you know, a person watching the stands just think, hey, they show up, but sometimes they're juggling around where they're going.
Yeah, and you know, if there's ever sometimes people ask why are the order of events the way they are. You know, on the field side of things, it's a lot of times it's designed around those athletes who are ping-ponging, especially like on the throw side of things, because most throwers do all 3 throws. So obviously you don't want like all 3 of the boys going at once. So sometimes you'll see them start one of the throws girls, one of the throws boys, and then the other ones start a little bit delayed, depending on the meet that you're at, just to kind of get a nice even cycle going. And some meets will try and do it where the flights are staggered like that too. So if you're one of those upper guys who's in a later flight, you know, you might be doing one event, and then by the time you're done with that, your next event is starting and it's staggered perfectly, kind of like that. So they do try and help it. Obviously, there's some things that you can't help. There's not always a ton of triple jumpers doing pole vault, both being more of the technical type of events, especially on the pole vault side of things. But we do have a couple who will double dip. Not sure if they're double dipping today. I would imagine so. But I know we saw the boys triple jump champ for D2. I'm sorry, for pole vault D2, champ of pole vault. He also does triple jump and long jump, but it looks like, yeah, he is doing pole vault and triple jump today. So fortunately for him, he comes in at a little bit higher height. Although they are starting at 10 feet today for pole vault, so not messing around with it.
So when he goes from event to event, and does he have to prioritize the pole vault?
You know, yes, because with pole vault, once the crossbar is at a certain height, it only ever goes up.
That's right.
So you want to be able to make those heights, whereas triple jump, you can kind of go out of order. You can go out of order pole vaults as well. The officials are usually pretty good about working with you and working with the athletes on someone saying, hey, I need to be back and forth with it. So usually you can kind of rearrange the order. More flexibility in triple jump where you might move from one flight to the other sometimes, although I don't know if they're doing that today. But, you know, the officials usually really good about it, understanding it. You know, you say you're checking out to this. So I would say if I had someone doing triple jump and pole vault, the focus is pole vault. But if it's going to be a while for them to be up or they're not doing the opening height, you know, they might try and squeeze in a couple of jumps over at triple jump. Not necessarily back-to-back, but maybe one person in between, make sure that their legs get a little bit of rest. But they'll be running back and forth, get both those things done.
Did they say anything about this thing?
Looks like I haven't seen a warm-up in a while. Looks like the officials are ready. Can hear them talking in the background just a little bit once they oh, here we go. That would be a foul. We see that red flag in the air there. It's telling us we have a foul.
That looks like Luke Champney of Concord.
Good chance of it. He would be first up in this.
Your dad might have just called and said, hey, do you have Bluetooth? And they said, it's going to be right.
So in this flight, we've got a range of 40 feet, 6 inches, all the way up to the new state record, 48.3.
That's another foul. So just missing those boards. Got to make sure you're on it or behind it. You can't be in front of it. And right there, what we're seeing is they are in front of it. So that is what's causing it. They're closer to the pit, going over with it.
That was Donovan Gannon, Londonderry.
That most definitely, yeah.
I'm just going to see.
We've got, oh, here we go. That's fun. Take a look over at pole vault while they get that sorted out. They're working on their audio over there. Just saw a jump from, actually just saw it on Larson. We just missed his jump. First clean jump that we've seen with this that I know of. I think that was Larson, hard to tell.
Okay.
Pretty good day overall weather-wise for jumping.
It's a little windy, but not bad.
Yeah, I'd say
the wind is definitely favoring. It's going right in the right way for the jumpers at this point.
Yeah, I don't know how much of an impact this wind is going to have. It is a little bit windy, but it's I wouldn't say it's significant wind.
No, it's good.
It's good.
So there we go.
No, it's kind of get plugged in.
We can hear Forrest back over there. That's good news. Maybe we'll be able to touch base with Forrest in just a moment.
We'll start at 3:30. When they start, they will just run in order. There'll be no time schedule. I will
Okay, we got you.
one and only one call.
We'll try to plug that into Greg.
When your next call, you must report.
All right, Forrest, can you hear us?
Immediately, we just go here's the finish area.
I'm going to go get my charger.
At this time, I would like all girls 4 by 800 meter relay teams to check in.
When check in, you must turn in a relay card. Again, all relay teams must turn in.
You can see they're working on getting the mic over there.
Check in. Again, girls, 4 by 800 meter relay.
All right, Forrest. You hear us yet?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I would turn your mic on.
It's a gold Camry, but it's just the plates.
Would the driver of New Hampshire plate number 386-1785 please report to your car. Again, New Hampshire plate.
How about now? Can you hear me?
There we go. I hear Forrest.
Look at that.
Forrest, all right. Looks like we're underway for Flight 2. First jump for some guys. How's it looking down there?
It's looking good. We're getting all settled in. This is Cole Brown right now.
Mike, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's a good jump.
Looks like that might have been Larson, so kind of, I think that's his second jump. He's going a little bit out of order, like we were talking about. He does have pole vault.
High School.
Did you guys catch the distance on that?
I think I didn't catch. Sorry, what was the distance on that?
6 3/4.
So that was 40 feet, 6 3/4 right there. Sounds a good jump.
Larson's best on the season, 42.25. I'm sorry, 42 feet 2 1/4 inch.
Now
But-
I'm seeing Gifford.
Guilford would be Anthony Haddock's best jump this season, 42.6. Big pop in that first phase. Ideally a triple jump, trying to take those phases, make them nice and smooth and even. So a little bit higher than what I would like to see in the first phase, but what do we get for a result?
Should be checking in this time.
So that one was 41.6 3/4.
Okay. Again, top 8 will make it to finals. Not sure what happened with distances in Flight 1, but there's a good chance that anything over 40, so something like 41 would be pretty good bet for finals. Pretty close, though.
All right, now we have Hollis Brookline.
That would be John Catelli.
jump right there. He's happy about it.
I was saying before it wasn't windy. Wind's picking up now.
So that was 41 feet 7 1/4.
John's best coming into today, 42 9 1/4. So, and that's pretty common too. A lot of these guys, it's their first jump of the day. You know, 100-meter dash, you're going to get pretty close to your PR every single time. You know, depending on weather, things like that. Triple jump, it can vary pretty greatly. You know, a lot of these guys, you pop a jump for us. Can you get us in focus a little bit?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. That'd be Larson's third jump, which means he'll be heading on over to pole vault. Might make it to finals. See what this result is.
That was 40 feet 6 inches right there.
Okay. So he won't be the happiest with that, but 40 feet 6 inches would be kind of a bubble spot. And again, we saw a couple of faults in this in this flight as well. If you're just joining us, this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley. Meet Hub today, brought to you by Arthur Thomas Properties. On the Meet Hub, obviously, we have this replay going. We will have some photos taken today, interviews of our winners. We got some articles as well as we see Conant coming down the boards. Ethan Vitello.
Yeah, Ethan had a great meet last week. Led his team to the state championship in Division III.
His best jump, 43 1 1/4.
I think that was 42.7.
42.7 would be good. So I feel pretty confident about a 42.7 putting you into finals.
Yeah, Greg, I gotta say, I called that meet. I said Guilford won the guarantee.
Yeah.
Pending a huge performance from Conant from the field, and they had just that.
That's one of those things you just don't know, especially, you know, there could be a couple of events out there, and you can be really dominant on the track, but in order to, you know, secure everything.
Here's Concord.
That's a foul. That'd be Luke Champney, I would imagine. So that, I believe, is his second foul. We'll notice that we did not see Shane Wang in the rotation there. So, again, we heard rumors that he might be a little bit banged up from last week. I'm not sure if he is in it or not.
I haven't seen him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too bad because he'd be the favorite to win New England's.
Yeah.
I think he would jump out of this pit, to tell you the truth.
It can get pretty close. I was fortunate enough to be watching him last year. Last year, of course, I was coaching. I wasn't doing this full-time. But here we go, another athlete.
This is Londonderry. Get a read on it.
Donovan Gannon.
40 feet 10 inches.
40 feet 10, so he's got to be happy with that. His best coming in today, 40 feet 6 inches. Forrest, we keep slipping in and out of focus. If you can do anything about that, that'd be huge.
Excuse me, that was 39.10.
39.10, okay. So right around his PR, but not quite a new record for the season.
How's that look?
Looks good right now.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, now we're talking.
All right, this is Nashua North.
Jack Sullivan.
Wow, that was a big one.
Looked nice and big, but we do see that red flag just coming over the line.
Wind's picking up for sure.
So what direction are you feeling it down there?
Say that again?
What direction is the wind down there?
It feels like it's at their back.
So that can help with the distance, but if you didn't adjust for it with your warm-ups, that could be why we're seeing a couple of these guys go a little bit over if there's a bit of a tailwind for them.
Yeah, it's like a cross tailwind kind of. It's not directly from their back, but it's definitely contributing a little bit. This is Co Brown.
Jacob Cowan. clean mark. And again, triple jump, one of those things where you can actually just listen to how they hit the runway and know how the jump goes. Again, those phases, you're looking for them to be nice and even. So that one, I heard a bigger first phase than the other two.
That one was 40 feet, 7.5.
Jacob's best this season, 42 feet, 1.5 inches.
Seems like everybody's floating on that 39 to 41 range.
Yeah, no, definitely like I was talking about earlier. I mean, triple jump, you're not PRing every single meet. No one is. You know, you hope that you're steadily improving throughout the season, and Pi Championship season, you can pop something really good. But I think we saw that from Vitello last week for Conant. I think he had a pretty good jump. And you just never know. It's one of those really unpredictable ones. Long jump, triple jump. Same thing can be said with high jump, pole vault as well. Field events I can't speak.
Guilford.
The throws I can't speak to as much as Anthony Haddocks gets a legal mark. Junior from Guilford.
40 feet, 5 3/4 on that one.
Yeah, I'd say at this
So
point,
keeping track, I think Vitello's got the longest.
Yeah, Ethan Vitello, Conant, senior.
But this is just to get into the finals, correct?
Yep, so top 8 will make it to finals, and again, this is flight number 2.
This is Catelli.
So you notice some guys will kind of land more in the middle of the pit, some closer to the boards. You can't always judge it on that because they are allowed to use different boards, different distances that they're taking off from. Ultimately, I always encourage athletes, get as close to not making the pit as you can because it can push you that extra little bit.
Must turn in relay cards.
So that one was 39 6.5.
Yeah, this puts the pit at 42.
This is Vitello again.
Ethan Vitello, Conant.
Hanover,
Bishop
Bishop
Burton,
and
Southeastern.
Southeastern.
Must
Must
turn in girls 4 by 800.
Wow, that was a good jump.
Yeah, that one looked a lot smoother than some of the other ones.
At this time,
We'll listen in for the mark, but that was the jump of the day.
If they do not turn in that relay
That was
card.
43 feet, 3 inches right there.
43.3, that is season PR for Vitello. Good chance it's his overall PR, but I'm only looking at this year's stuff.
That's the longest today.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like Shane Wang might not be in it. Haven't seen him jump. I don't think he snuck in the first flight, otherwise you definitely would have noticed it.
No, I didn't see him either.
So that
It's too bad.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough for the senior. But he already has a record. He's had some success. Legal jump. Again, that looked like Luke Champney.
So that was Concord right there.
So it's interesting.
That was 37 feet, 1 inch.
Okay. This second flight is all juniors and seniors. Overall, making it to Meet of Champions, it's only junior, seniors, and 2 sophomores. And again, that usually speaks to a couple of different factors. One, it is a little bit more of a technical event than some of them. Not that a freshman can't make it, but a little bit harder for a freshman to qualify. And 2, obviously, the strength that comes with growing and aging, I guess you could say, at that age.
There's Londonderry.
So that looks like some pretty good phases. Donovan Gannon.
That was 37.3 right there.
Yeah, so right now, I feel like I said earlier, 41 feet should make finals. I'm starting to think that 40 feet should. Of course, I don't have any of the distances from the first flight, but I think anything in 40s you should feel pretty good, which is good because it's going to give some of those guys who didn't quite get what they want to a second opportunity of really popping one today.
So now this is Nashua North up again.
Jack Sullivan, the junior.
Oh, he had good bounce.
Yes, again, you can see it, you can hear it. That hop was really big, long, and then the skip jump, really just listening to those steps, those phases, could get evened out a little bit.
That was 41.5.
But something, if it's, you said 41 feet, 5 inches?
Yep, 41.5. He's going to be happy because he had a foul on the first one.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be happy with that one, especially the way the day's been going so far. That'll move you up in the standings. Again, top 6 today. What happens with top 6, Jimmy?
Top 6, we move on.
Yeah, we got another meet next weekend, which would be New England's. We are going to be down there along with a few other states covering it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
If you're looking for those New England's coverage, you can look no further than NewHampshireTrackandField.com. We'll have it on our YouTube page for free, assuming everything
Brown
goes well with the internet. Jacob Cowan.
Yeah, literally, just like, honestly, let's just go find a.
That was 40 feet, 1 3/4 inch.
Okay, so another jump in the 40s. Again, that should be kind of a bubble jump. Most likely in, but...
Is it 8 into the finals?
Yep, top
6.
8. It's going to be top 8. We are... so that, what makes it to finals is always either 7 or 8. I guess it could be a little bit more depending on the track and how many lanes are on the track. We are on an 8-lane track, which means in the sprints, 8 will make it to finals, so they'll do 8 in all the field events. If we were on a 6-lane track, 7 would make it to finals, and they do that so there can be one extra, kind of challenge it and move it all around a little bit, so it makes it a little bit more competitive with that.
Watch out.
Right.
Larry's right here.
Especially with a qualifying meet like this. This is a championship meet, but as you just said, it is a qualifier.
That was Guilford, right?
Kingswood.
So that one right there was 40 feet, 7 3/4 inch.
Looks like.
That was a good jump right there.
That looked pretty good. We drifted a little bit out of focus again. Who was that?
That was John Catelli of Halls Brookline.
Yeah, again, he's one of the top 3 we're looking at today.
Let's get the read on him. It was 41 feet and 1/2 inch.
So he comes in with a 42.9 1/4. So he'll be moving on for sure. But that pollen's pretty thick, correct?
Yeah, and it keeps coming back. This is a good jump. Forrest, I think we lost you.
I'm trying to get Luke involved in the other mic. So that was Vitello right there. That was 42.1 1/4.
Yeah, so Vitello, as we've seen, looking pretty dominant at this point. Which is good because kind of gives us a sense of what's going on. About 7 minutes away from hitting the action on the track.
Okay, we got Luke on here. Can you hear him?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Hey Luke, how's it going?
Is it good?
Oh, he can't hear you actually.
Well,
so that won't even work.
Well, we can hear him. I had to think about that for a second. I said, Luke, aren't you racing later? But no, he graduated. So that would kind of conclude the prelims. They're sorting out who will be making it to finals. Again, top 8 will make it over to finals. And while we kind of await that verdict, we're going to go ahead and take a look over at our pole vault. So thank you, Forrest. You can go ahead to hang out down there a little bit more if you want and see if you can't find out who's making it to finals. We are about 6 minutes away from action on the track, so we'll try and follow the triple jump best we can, but we'll see what we can do with everything going on.
All right, I'll listen in.
Sounds good. I'm going to mute you, so this should be fun. Is that a feature you wish you had at home?
Yeah, especially when he was a lot younger.
I bet. So, taking a look at pole vault now. There are performance boards. Unlike last week, we had some performance boards, but this one is not turned towards us, so can't quite see what height we're at. Yeah.
You want a shirt or something? I can get you to wipe that off.
We might need to. Jim, of course, talking as we see this attempt. Oh. Risky. He's talking about the pollen on the screen is building up, so we can't see what's going on.
Yeah,
Won't have that problem as much when
Tim,
the
shirt?
track action happens because
so we
we'll
can
be
wipe
able to
that
see the
off?
track right in front of us.
They updated the relay names on their webpage, so
Okay.
the order and everything, so that may help you guys. It doesn't matter to me.
All right.
Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Forrest did a pretty good job, though, coming into the role of field reporter.
Not bad at all. So, Greg, do we get the updated relay names that will come up, or do we have to go to enough like? Oh, right here. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know what we're waiting for now.
Cleaning crew.
The pollen is thick. It's unbelievable.
Tim Cox, and it keeps coming back, too. See, another
Look at that, huh?
missed attempt at pole vaults. Again, pole vault open today at 10 feet, so we know this is at least 10 feet.
Why aren't they going? They've been out there for 20 minutes. 3:30. Yeah, but they got to get them out and line them up.
So, Greg, what do I need to do to get this up to snuff?
Then the kids check in and then they leave. For the finished people, I mean, if it wasn't line, they want them coming right.
Great.
So with pole vault, 18 athletes in it. With opening at 10, there's a couple of guys, that's their mark for it. And then top 7 are all under 11 feet. So I imagine if the bar hasn't gone up yet, we've probably eliminated quite a few at this point. Again, similar to pole vault, or similar to what we saw in triple jump, it's hard to do your best every single week with it. So even if your best was 10.6, there's still a chance that you can't quite get that today, and that's no fault or shame on the athlete. That's just kind of how the sport works sometimes. Is it's really hard to be at your best every single week. Looks like they're measuring it up. I wasn't paying close enough attention with our wipe down, but I would imagine that means we are increasing our height.
Hey, you do me a favor? Can you grab in that bag right there?
We are now
Another attempt.
starting the track events.
Not quite, and definitely it does look like that bar went up.
Is the girls 4 by 800 meter relay. We have 12 teams. 12 teams in this race. Conquer.
So we've got some girls taking the track for our first track event of the day. The girls 4 by 800.
Kennett, Portsmouth, Wyndham, Conant, and Plymouth. Again, girls,
in this first
4x800 meter
and
relay.
only section of 4x800.
Runs 2 laps.
We'll have Concord, Winnicott,
Who's that again?
We'll have Concord, Winnicott, Elverin, Newmarket, Pinkerton, Dover, Keene, Kennett, Portsmouth, Wyndham, Conant, Plymouth. 12 teams. 6 of them can make it to the New Englands. Concord comes in with the fastest time. They won a thriller last week with Bishop Girton, but no Bishop Girton this week. So I think a lot of girls, did a lot for their team. This time around, they'll do some for their own individual accolades.
$12 teams. Got 8 in the first inside, 4 on the outside. Good start so far. We'll follow him around the corner, see if any action happens in that case. Might get called back, but we're looking pretty smooth at this point.
Got my binoculars this week.
About time. Took all season.
I know it.
Need those to read too, Jimmy?
Pretty much. Everything's going now at this point. Got Pinkerton out in front.
That was a nice shot from Forrest. Look at him. He moved over from field events. He'll move back eventually. But that was a pretty good look.
I'm sitting next to Larry Martin right here. Those are all Class L teams out there winning, Larry. Remember the good old days? So we got Pinkerton, Winnicott, Concord, Dover, Newmarket coming out the outside. I like those Newmarket girls. They had some great relay teams. Personally, I'm rooting for them.
First 400, 72, 73, 74.
These girls aren't messing around, coming through in 72. So Pinkerton, Londonderry, Concord starting to move on the outside. Pinkowski making a good move, going out to the front. Got about a 5-yard lead now.
And as they pass Forrest, go ahead and welcome him back. See if he's got some commentary from the field on this.
Oh, so you can hear me. Here we go.
Can now, buddy.
All right. Yeah, Concord just looked like they're making a move. As you can see that gap.
Yeah, they're opening it up a good one right here. It's like Concord followed by Dover.
Coming into the first exchange.
Elverin moving up into the inside.
First leg, first 800 meters. 227, 228, 229, 230, 231.
It's a good first leg right there.
All athletes, reminder, there'll be one call and one call only for your event. Once the call is made, you should be checking in at that time. I would like all boys in the 110 meter
Concord with about a 35-meter lead or so.
Area.
You got Elverin, Winnicott,
in the
Dover, Newmarket.
110-meter
Followed
hurdle,
up.
please. To the clerking area.
Looks like Pinkerton's the 16.
Again, those top 6 are important. Those are the 6 teams that qualify for New England's next weekend down in New Britain, Connecticut.
And the way we do New England's, I believe it is your top 6 go, but there's no substitutions.
I believe you to be correct.
Just top 6 no matter what.
If you want to punch your ticket, you got to get top 6 for it. Concord coming across. That lead has slimmed down quite a bit there. believe that's Winnicott in second, correct?
Yes, they finished in Division. They finished third last week in Division 3, but they're definitely a strong team. They were only a couple seconds behind Concord last week, but a lot of things can change when there's not a state title on the line. You insert different girls, different runners. This all can change up pretty quick. I believe Concord's got their same team.
Oh yeah, we definitely see different strategies from divisions to meet champions.
Newmarket pulling up into third. This is big time for them. It'd be a great accomplishment if they can come in top 6, make New England's.
Newmarket's Division 3 record holders.
Yep, they are. The Division 3 record holders. They got it last week.
Well, that lead slimmed, but Concord still holds it coming into their final straightaway. Again, we've got another pass.
Halfway point of this event.
Leg number 3.
456.
That's a good last 200 for Concord right there.
Here comes Newmarket's strongest leg, I believe.
Yeah, definitely.
Right here. I think
She's probably the reason they got that record.
Yeah, she's tough. Don't be surprised if Newmarket's in front after this leg.
Keep a wide pan on it.
This is Hagen of Newmarket. She shows a lot of promise.
You can hear a bit of excitement down on the track.
Sounds like a motorcycle in the background.
I don't know if those are allowed.
Wow, this lead's shrinking quick.
That should be a good battle for this second lap of theirs.
The lead's gone. That's the beauty of the 4x800. You're never out of it.
So we got Winnicott, Concord, Newmarket, Pinkerton, Elverin, and Dover. Your top 6.
Winnicott's throwing down the hammer. She's trying to put her out early.
You can see that gap there. A little less than 10 meters, but seems to be ever slightly increasing. Nice to hear some of the sound from that side of the track. A lot of coaches opting to be on that side. A lot of spectators obviously on the side we are on. Winnicott coming down the straight for their final leg.
Concord's far from out of this one though. They closed with Valiant.
Yeah, and any gap that close is definitely striking distance for your anchor.
Newmarket closed the gap up pretty good. Those are your top 3. Pinkerton in 4th, followed by Elverin and Dover.
This is gonna end pretty tight.
Very tight. Look at Winnicott though. They got a little bit of a lead, but here comes Newmarket.
Those are your 3. You gotta watch them. But remember, it is a qualifier, so the top 6 is pretty much guaranteed at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Dover's going to be your 6th in.
These teams, you know, they're looking for top 6, obviously, and then if they're in striking distance of a team PR or some type of school record or something, obviously they're going to go for that. Obviously, you want to be higher ranked, especially because for New England's, that will make a difference for seeding and everything. But, you know, as long as you're top 6.
Winnicott, Concord, Newmarket.
Looks like Winnicott is going to win, but it's too early to celebrate, I'd say. Especially with Concord in second.
See
Does
fifth
look
and
like she's going to win it.
Winnicott right now all alone. About
7-second lead.
About 50 meters or so.
Still about 7 seconds.
Kylie Quinlan finishing this off of Winnicott. They ain't touching her, I can tell you right now. She was state champion last year.
That's your top 6.
Ladies high jump and girls
Battle is definitely the battle's for second. Winnicott's going to take this. It's just a matter of how fast they're going to get. Outstanding time. 9:42. Look at this battle.
9:42.
Newmarket. Wow. Newmarket takes down Concord. Second place, second and third.
Newmarket, 9:51.
So Winnicott getting 9:43.27. Newmarket 9:51.57. Concord 9:51.77. Seeing that's 2/10 apart. Pinkerton number 4 9:57.47. Alvern the 5th spot 10:05.11, and the 6th and final team qualifying for New England's is Dover with a time of 10:09.98.
10:09.98. Again, Newmarket, Division 3 Newmarket, in second place, 9:51.57.
It's faster than they were at Division 3s, too.
Yeah, by about 8 seconds, I believe.
All right, I'm going to move to the 200. See if we can get a better
time.
I would like all girls in the 100-meter hurdle trial.
That's a great race, huh, Greg?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Sounds like Forrest is moving. We're going to mute him for the moment, and then we'll call him back on once we get our next race going. Of course, this 4x800 for the girls finishing up now.
There should be no spectators.
Next event on the track is the boys' version of it. Boys 4x800 meter. 4 athletes, each responsible for running 800 meters around the track.
So we got Londonderry, Hanover, Exeter, Cole-Brown, Souhegan, Bishop Girton, Oyster River, Wyndham, Bedford, Messinic, Prospect Mountain, and Conant.
Bishop Girton, Oyster River.
And Forrest will offer us a little bit different perspective on this one. Oh, look at that. He muted himself. I love that. That's good. He's getting himself situated, as are these athletes.
All right. Just got word we got viewers. Yeah. Rohan Rise watching it on a bus. All sorts of people are tuning in. This has got to be one of the nicest days of the year.
Yeah. Check out the Instagram story for some live action footage of the meet as well.
That's a good point. Thank you, Luke. The Instagram covering a couple of things that we might not be able to see on the stream, some field event stuff, some close stuff with the track as well. A little bit different perspectives here and there. So go ahead if you haven't already, give that a follow.
So we got Londonderry out early. Ryan Fortin up front, followed by Cole-Brown. And a whole pack.
Looks like it'll be Exeter. First to the 400 mark.
400, 61, 62, 63.
So that was actually Messinic. It was in second. Messinic's out in front now.
Looks like we got a little bit of a change there. We'll have to check in with Forrest.
Yeah, it's actually, they're opening up. I think it's Oyster River leading now. Yeah, that's Oyster River.
So that's like 3 or 4 leaders then. They keep jockeying back and forth.
Yeah, it was Oyster River, Londonderry, Exeter, Hanover.
Those are the 4 right now. You got Oyster River, Exeter
with the surge.
Londonderry.
Hanover with the surge.
Bishop Girton, Messinic.
Hanover going to pass first. Right around 2:03.
So they're still trying to decide themselves.
Yeah, not a lot of separation for that first leg. Definitely got that pack of 4.
Almost in lane 3. So that's Hanover, Londonderry, Oyster River, Exeter. And Souhegan, BG.
And Messinic. Yeah, so we noticed that cluster of 3. That is for 5th, 6th, and 7th. So one of those teams, if they don't crack in the top 4 group, one of them will not make it. Oyster River, Hanover continue to be out in front.
Bridging the gap a little bit.
Souhegan definitely moving up there, putting themselves in striking distance.
Now we got Londonderry out in front, Oyster River, Exeter, Hanover, Souhegan, Girton.
This race has got a lot of action.
Souhegan's no stranger to the 4x800.
The state
record holders. Londonderry's gap in the field right now.
You can see that lead about 15, 20 meters or so, as called from Forrest from his perspective.
Souhegan's coming up into 2nd.
Yeah, that was a surge, huh? They were in that
very big move.
5th, 6th, 7th contention, and now they're in 2.
And he might not be done there. I'd like to see his leg.
He did this last week, too.
Londonderry,
wow,
Souhegan, Oyster River.
Yeah, so Londonderry's anchoring one of the best runners in the state. I don't see anybody touching. I don't see anybody touching Londonderry.
They're closing with Clegg.
Yep.
That's tough to beat. The only one I can think of is if who's Hanover closing with.
Well, they're not closing with their mile or half miler.
Right. The gap is too big.
So question is he going to go all out or is he going to conserve himself? Because I imagine he's going to have something else going on today.
Yeah, so as Larry Martin just said, he's only running the 400.
Yeah, so then that tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, why not kick it?
Right.
Got a pretty good battle here for 2nd place. Exeter, Oyster River. Souhegan not out of the picture.
Definitely closing the gap, but I think he's got more in the tank.
Londonderry looked like they went out conservative in that first lap. They maintained the lead, but he looked real calm. See how he looks on this lap. The gap's closing.
Oh, it's closing big time.
He's got to move.
Feel like he's looking back a little bit, trying to get a sense for it. Oyster River, Exeter pushing.
Souhegan's in 4th. So it seems like your top 6 is pretty much in order. Wyndham looks like the cutoff.
Here comes Exeter charging hard, but Londonderry's going to take this one. No problem at all.
Londonderry, Exeter, and Oyster River. Going to the anchor.
Surprised Clegg isn't in the 800 later today.
Anchoring for Londonderry is Sean Clegg, the winner of the 400 in last week's Division 1 meet.
This Exeter kid's no slouch either.
No, Allen's tough. Allen pushed him last week. He made it definitely uncomfortable for him, and he's going to make it uncomfortable again for him. He's going to keep it honest.
It looks like it's going to be a battle just like it was last week between Londonderry and Exeter. They finished 1-2 in Division 1, and that's where they stand right now.
like, oh, I'll come back later, and then you'll be able to see them go up, and then
You can't fall asleep on Allen. He pushes it right to the end.
that's why I was doing that.
Here we
He is
go.
closing the gap. But as we heard, Clegg's only in the 400s. That tells you about his speed he's got in the
Johnny
end.
Clegg from Londonderry, Matt Allen from Exeter. Half the gun.
This one, and then after that it's you.
Yep.
Okay?
I'm going to take a video of this.
Oyster River in third. Souhegan in fourth.
What are they going to run for times?
Okay.
8:10, 8:09?
Yep. Yeah, probably pretty close to what they did last week. Yep.
Two-man race.
A little bit of lap traffic to contend with as well. Sometimes that can help. Not sure about this point in the race, though. You already got someone pushing you on your shoulder. You can see that.
Oyster River finishing up with Dylan LeBlante.
Well, the coach just said, do what you got to do to finish up. You got 80 meters. Coast it in.
There you go. Londonderry wants the win.
Got to win the one you're in. .809.
That's Londonderry, 809.97. Second is Exeter.
We run 8:09?
809. Oyster River was third.
What a good guess, huh?
809.99 from Londonderry. Exeter, 812.15.
From Division 1. Third is Oyster River, 819.78.
Listen to
Fourth,
Larry.
Souhegan, 826.29.
That's one of the benefits we got today. We're sitting right next to Larry, and he's doing a lot of our work.
Bishop Girton, 834.11.
Yeah, it's funny. We're actually picking them up on Forrest's microphone.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it later.
Go ahead, take a look at the weather conditions, the sky right now.
Definitely a nice day.
I can see no clouds there.
I saw the space shuttle, I think. Is it still up there?
One of those again. So, sounds like we just had a question about interviews for winners. So, Forrest, if you want to go ahead and send Addison over. We've got our 4x8 champions waiting for their interview.
That'd be the Winnicott Warriors, huh? You guys kick some butt. Good job.
So I would imagine at this point Addison is on her way over.
6 best times, whichever heat they come from.
Be the boys' hurdles first, then it'll be the girls' hurdles.
All right, Luke's on it too.
Luke's on it as well. All right. It's a good reminder that if you do win today, or if someone you know wins today, we want to talk to them, send them on over to our tent by the stands. We've got a couple of tents going on today, one for awards, one for interviews, and of course where we are. We want to interview people near us. So next event on the track, we see hurdles moving. That, of course, means that we have our prelims of our boys, 110-meter hurdles. Wow, things get a lot quiet when Forrest mutes himself.
Yeah, he's a talker. So we have two prelims here, and we have Malik of Guilford, Jafrard of Trinity, Duffy of Winnicott, Chong of Bedford, Ripperger of Portsmouth, Ahern of Plymouth, Dodson of Keene, Hogan of Mount Royal. So this is one of the records we got to get fixed. Billy Powers got the record. It says 14.
So that is one of the things that, well, we've got Billy Powers right there.
Yeah, but he ran 1393 in 2018.
Okay.
And it denotes that as the state record in the records.
Yeah. So those of you curious, we are looking at LancerTiming.com because they have all the live results today, as well as who is in what heat, what lane, all of that information, their times, seed times coming into it. It's at LancerTiming.com.
As far as
So for the hurdles and dash. Both of them will have trials and finals. The top runner from each heat, as well as the next 6 fastest times, will advance on to finals.
Yep. Okay. She's gonna sing. She's.
Yeah, maybe. It's going to be between after we finish the hurdle trials, right? I'll make an announcement of that. Whenever you guys are ready. Yeah. What's your name? Abby. Just don't get to shut off so that then if you want to listen to that. Abby. Abby Alley? Yes. Hang on. Abby.
So what? We could do that in the break, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Alley from Samwa. What year?
Sophomore.
We'll do the national anthem, right? Where's the flag? Oh, yeah.
All right, how's this view look?
How's this view look, he says. I'm going to have to find you. There we go. Nice straightaway. Look from 4. So we got a couple of different angles we can take a look at.
This reminds me of that video of Grant Holloway going over the hurdles. His head doesn't move. See if we can get something looking like that.
At this time, I would like all boys in the 100-meter crew.
Guys in their blocks. Set. Fair start.
First heat of the boys, 100-meter hurdles.
Okay, looks like Chong in Rippinger. Looks like Chong. Oh, Rippinger's making a move. Rippinger looks like he might have taken that one. I don't know what's with Chong slowing up at the finish.
1574. Chong from Bedford, 1585.
So can you go ahead and see the results on your screen now? And we'll take a little look at the replay of that if we have a moment.
It's a good late charge.
Rippinger definitely makes the finals.
Two winners,
and then the next 6 best times. I would like all boys in the 100-meter dash trials to check in at this point.
Check-in area
is the white tent near the finish area.
So in this prelim, we got Karasas of Portsmouth, Powers of Bedford, Epstein of Merrimack, Foster of Memorial, Jacques of Salem, Bomber of Wyndham, Damore, Pelham, Ireland of Exeter.
Jackson Bomba, I assume, would be the favorite in this one, would he?
It looks like Foster. He's the one who won. He won the state championship last year, Division 1s.
Bomba's just so smooth over the hurdles.
They're all so close, 15:37 to 15:40. And then Bomber's on the outside looking in as far as the time. It's Foster, Jacques, then Bomba. Actually, Epstein is ahead of Bomba, too. We'll see. Gonna set it all out right here.
Second
heat.
Salem's
It's
definitely
like Jacques from Salem powering his way through it. Foster's coming up from the inside.
Ooh.
Yep. Jacques of Salem.
That was Jacques from Salem, 1571. Foster from Memorial, 1576. Third is Epstein from Merrimack, 1607. Fourth is Bomba from Wyndham, 1629. Fifth is Powers from Bedford, 1666. And sixth is Ireland from Exeter, 1686. Hurdles should now be placed for the girls. There'll be two girls trial heat. I would like all girls in the 100-meter trial to report to the parking area.
See those hurdles being adjusted for girls' height.
100-meter trial to the parking area. Right 10 at the finish area.
So did you notice Chong again though slowing up at the finish?
Yeah.
I don't notice a deceleration. I don't know if that's a good habit or not.
I tell you that always opens yourself up to injury.
Yeah.
So that's what concerns me. But
I mean, it's the top
from each heat and then the next 6 fastest
so
times.
why would you slow up, not knowing? Especially when you
Especially if you're not going to win.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, he's a better hurdler than I am, so I'm going to sit there and critique.
Yeah.
Him. Tell you that any day of the week. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's got to be fatigue to a certain point, wouldn't you imagine?
All right, so we have 2 prelims here. We got Wall of Pembroke, Doherty of Concord, Plant of Salem, Wheaton of Pinkerton, Cousins of Oyster River, Ofari of Elvern, Poulin of Exeter, Edic Polo of Trinity. So I'd say it's going to be a pretty good battle right here between Wheaton and Cousins. But Wheaton's got probably over a second faster than her so far this year. And Cousins is an outstanding hurdler. She came in second in Division II. Last year she was actually the Division II champion.
Yeah, I would imagine as long as everything goes well for Wheaton, she should take this first heat.
Girls, triple jump. Should check in at this time, please. Girls, triple jump.
Just heard a call for girls triple jump, which tells me girls long jump is probably done and in the books, or at least being entered into the computer now.
It's close. I still see a Concord girl long jumping.
It might be just ahead of the game then, which is always pretty good. Usually try and keep it pretty efficient.
First girls hurdle trial.
All right, first command's been given. Can see the girls jumping around now. Fair start.
Wow, this is closer than I thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. This is a great race.
Yeah, Wheaton out in front. She's taking it. She's pulling away now, but boy, it was close for a while. Wheaton takes that one.
That's
That's Wheaton from Pinkerton, 1542.
Second plant from Salem, 1576. Third, Cousins from Oyster River, only 100th back, 1577. Fourth, Doherty, 1647. Fifth, Poulin, Exeter, 1715.
Pretty close battle there.
Yeah, very close. That was a good one. Like, those girls were giving her a run for her money there early on. So the second prelim, we got Drager of Wyndham, Sicard of Coe-Brown, Lovely, the freshman from Newport, Lavelle of Exeter, Lurs of Plymouth, Scott of Bedford, Kenny of John Stark, and McKellar of Newfound. So I'm looking for a battle between Lavelle and Lurs.
Getting into their blocks now.
And Lovely's the up and coming.
Laval was first over the hurdles.
Oh yeah, she looks good.
Ooh, she's got a lead.
Not anymore, she does. That's Lurs. Lurs of Plymouth.
Wow.
Overtook her like it was nothing.
She came out of nowhere.
15:32. Second is Lavelle from Exeter, 15:92. Third, Scott.
Wow.
So where Lavelle had that good start, it seemed like Lures had that strength.
16:84. Fifth is Penny, John Stark, 17:19. Sixth, Sicard from Cole-Brown, 17:37.
I said that last week. I thought Lures looked the best out of all of the girls that I saw all weekend.
I think we'll get a pretty interesting finals.
It's going to be really good. Sometimes these girls from other divisions, they don't get the same competition, but then when they meet competition, they rise up to the challenge.
Very true.
All right, next event on the track will be our prelims of the boys 100 meter dash, excuse me. Same as we saw in the hurdles.
So we have Chambers of Stevens, Davis of Kearsarge, Stevens of Keene, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, McDonald of Salem, Marino of Concord, Genchos of Bishop Brady, and Pettingill of Milford.
Again, winner of each heat, and then the next 6 fastest times advance onto the finals.
State record holder Seth Bayless in this heat comes in with a 10.73. That's pending a state record also, because they got the state record at 10.77. So he's a national class runner.
All right, boys, give him the first command.
Bayless was he was challenged last week. Pooney
This
of
is a perfect day right now, though.
Lebanon gave him a good run. You know who I don't see in here? Portsmouth's.
Fletcher?
Oh, Nada. Nope, no, he's there. He's there. I see him next heat.
Oh, Nada, I mean.
Fair start. Lane 2 empty.
Seth Bayless all the way. It's the race for second.
He's pretty close for second, too.
From Merrimack Valley, he is the state record holder in this event. Bayless, 10:81. Stevens from Keene, 11:34. McDonald, Salem, 11:36. Fourth, Getros, Bishop Brady, 11:40.
1081's not going to get beaten today.
No, I mean, you take a look at that heat and how close it is from first to second. It's not, but second to third is very tight, and we're going to keep seeing that down the line, especially in the finals. We're going to have a great finals for that. But like you're saying, Seth Bayless pretty far out in front, at least in that one.
Yep.
Oh, it wasn't 1080, the state record before he got there? So 1081 just shows it. There's only been 2 guys ever in New Hampshire to basically run that.
I don't think he went that fast. He does. 10-7. So the second one, we've got Russell of Bedford, Manty of Wyndham, Sebastian of Memorial, Pooney of Lebanon, Nada of Portsmouth, Doral of Oyster River, Kelm of Portsmouth Christian, Devine of Pinkerton. So look at this one. Nada and Pooney. Should be a really good race. Both these guys are just tough. They look like they could both play right in the NFL right now. They're both big, strong kids.
Here we go, fair start.
It's like Pooney. Close battle, but Pooney's going to take that one.
Pooney from 11:21. Second, Nada, Portsmouth, 11:30. Third, Sebastian Memorial, 11:48. Fourth, Manty, Wyndham, 1150. 6, Helm, Portsmouth Christian, 1157. 6, Russell from Bedford, 1167.
Okay, and with our second heat of boys all squared away, we are going to go ahead and move on to the girls' trials.
Yep. So in this heat, we have Kunish of Exeter, Jenkins of Portsmouth, Wheat of Kennet, Ross of South, Thomas of North, Chavda of Coe-Brown, Sipple of Pinkerton, and Thompson of Exeter. Oh yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay, girls getting into their blocks.
So Soraya Ross comes in with a 12-19. She's a sophomore. She's an absolute stud. This is going to be a great race for her.
Fair start.
First girls heat.
So it's Ross. She's got company, but she's just a class of the field.
She's so strong. Man.
Ross from South, 1252. Second Wheat from Kennet, 1275. Third Thomas from North, 1293.
And think of who that was in second.
Fourth,
Ada Wheat is as good as it gets.
1303. Fifth, Chappelle, Pinkerton, 1310. Sixth, Thompson, Exeter, 1329.
I'll tell you what, I think Wheat's going to give her a run. Yeah, I think Wheat's going to give her a run for the money in the 200. But let's go for the second preliminary. We got McPhee of Kingswood, Tavares of North, Braswell of South, Best of Merrimack, Kunish of Exeter, Roberts of Pinkerton, Winslow of Belmont, and McDonald of Newfound. Yeah. Yeah, the twins.
Can you hear Jimmy talking about in the background? We got some twins. Not seeing double. All right, these girls backing into their blocks. Again, this is heat 2 of 2. First place of this heat will advance, as well as 6 fastest times between the 2 heats.
Best comes in here with a 12:37. She was second last week in Division 1. She came in with the fastest time of the year.
Fair start.
Second and final heat.
This looks interesting.
Really interesting.
Ooh, that was tight. I think it was Merrimack.
Ends up fanning out okay.
Best for Merrimack, 1272. Second, Kunish, Exeter, 1288. Third, Braswell, South, 1290. Fourth, Roberts, Pinkerton, 1304. Fifth, Winslow, Belmont, 1318. And
Was it Merrimack that won that?
McPhee, Kingswood, 1318. There'll be a short break at this time while the finals are all set for the hurdles and the dashes. Once we start the finals, every event will just go in order. There'll be no time schedule at all.
All right.
The finals will start at 4:30.
Try to get the
At this time, we would like everyone rise while Abby Allen, a sophomore at Sanborn High School, sings the national anthem.
All right. Well done. So we now, having finished all of our prelims on the track, do have a little bit of a break in the action on the track.
Perfect. What do you want to say, long jump or triple jump? Take your pick.
You tell me, Forrest. You're down there. You're in the mix. Tell us what's going on.
I'll give you a good mix of both. I'll get us over there, and it'll look good.
So, taking a look right now at pole vault, but Forrest on his way. Check out some of our horizontal jumps. See what he can find. Again, moving from the finish line area. He's been all over today. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's a good feature. No doubt about it.
So, break on the track as we have seen with our divisional meets as well. And we can go ahead and return ourselves to the pits. Looks like we've got some warm-ups going on the boys' side for long jump. And I think girls' side of the pit looks pretty empty right now, too.
Yeah, they're both just warming up right now.
So, Forrest did all the work to get there. We might switch back to pole vault and see what we can't see over there.
No problem.
So, looking at
Yeah,
it.
I might be able to get close to pole vault as well.
Yeah, go for it if you want.
All right, I'm getting my steps in today.
Well, we're seeing the bar getting up pretty high. Forrest is going to go ahead and find out what height it's at. Can't quite see a performance board from this side of things. Not that I can tell, at least. But we're getting up there. I have to imagine we still have our boys vaulting. At this point, probably only down to a few vaulters, but hard to tell. Wow. Oh, wow. I tell you, he probably had that by 2 or 3 feet and then just came down on it wrong. So a little bit off in terms of stuff in the air, but plenty of height from him.
So that must have been Epstein. The pole vault. Correct?
I don't know.
He's the 14-footer.
That would make sense then.
Yeah.
It definitely looks up there, and with kind of a long pause in between, I imagine it's just one person left.
If the Londonderry boys 4x800 meter relay team could report to the track and field red tent up in the stands for an interview, that would be great. Londonderry boys 4x800 meter relay up to the red tent up in the stands, please.
Hey, keep announcing to pick up your ribbons and awards from last week. I thought I got them up here pretty fast, but you gave them one.
But I don't know if you'll make it for the whole meet.
Yeah, they tested me in Division 2, 3, I beat them.
Excuse me, did you guys catch this for me? She's going to throw it over the cast. It's only worth about $800. Don't worry about it. No problem. All right, and then I'm going to tell you what to do with it. No, throw it over there. It's fine. Check it. It's good. It's fine. No problem. There you go. All right, now you're going to give it to that.
Yeah, definitely. This much time in between tells us that there's only one guy left.
There you go.
Larry, that's for you.
Larry.
Got it.
Now, see, now you did it wrong. That's why I'm talking to you.
Okay. Got it. What is it?
You have to wait for the beat.
On this or this?
All right, we're set up now.
All
They're
right.
at 11.6.
11:06. Okay, so we're still early enough into it. That would have been Wyatt. I believe Wyatt Olafson of Co Brown. So 11.6. His best coming into today would be 11 feet.
I'll say some stuff. Get me on. I got a good little update.
I hear
all right.
Coach Tim Cox joining us.
So here's a rundown. A little bit of drama going on here because Sam Epstein missed his first attempt. Coach is a little bit nervous, but Epstein has a foot advantage on everyone else. He just did the hurdles. Not sure how that went, but he's going to be going after this again here momentarily. We have about 6 competitors left, so it seems like the last 6 should be going to New England, so we'll just see what the order is going to be. Anders Larson came in at this height from Co Brown. He cleared it. Didn't look great, but he cleared it.
Gotta get over.
And right now we have, I think, 2 have cleared this height only so far. Pelham Athlete and Anders Larson. Actually 3. Zach Blades from Co Brown as well.
All right. Well, I think we saw Epstein's attempt, and he was up there quite well. So I imagine that he should be able to get everything squared away because he had 2 or 3 feet on it easy.
Yeah, he was definitely up there. He just has to get over the top of the pole, and he'll be fine.
So Oyster River up now. Good chance. This is Ethan Bissett of Oyster River.
Doherty from Concord in lane 8.
This is 11.6 if you were wondering.
Oh no!
Not sure if you heard he said, oh no. I think that was his last attempt, unfortunately. I actually believe Salem was through too.
Salem would be Rushton.
Salem, I think, made it through. Did you see that by chance?
In lane 3, Foster from Memorial. In lane 4, Doc Salem.
You can hear Larry Martin in the background.
It's really loud.
Yeah. He's telling us who's in the finals.
Can you tell Larry to quiet down a little bit? He's trying to do pole vault here.
Come on, Larry.
Looks like he's waiting for it too. There we go.
Yeah. So Epstein's second attempt. 11.6.
You must report to the clerking area your hit numbers. I now have the finalists.
He's getting locked in right now.
Once they call his name, he's got a certain amount of time, so he's going to have to go.
It's 1 minute, right, Coach?
Yep. Even though there's announcements going on. I don't know if the official's giving a little extra time, but this is part of being at a track meet, so no, he's going to go. Here we go. Let's see if he can right this ship. I bet you he can. Yeah, he's done.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Way easily.
That's kind of what you expect from a 14-foot vaulter.
100%. I mean, obviously, it's pole vaulting, so you're not going to be 100% all the time, and he has a little bit of a luxury with having the PR that's a foot higher than everybody else. So he is going to vault higher than anybody else. So it doesn't really matter about misses with him.
Putting it up now. Up to 12 feet, I assume.
He'll be at 12 feet in a second.
All right, you heard that.
There you go.
Got our crossbar moving up.
In lane 4, Bayless from Merrimack Valley. In lane 5, Cooney from Lebanon.
Again, here in the background,
In lane 6,
Larry Martin telling us who made finals and all those prelims we just witnessed.
In lane 8, Sebastian from Memorial. Boys long. Boys long jump should be checking in at this time. Boys long jump. With the coach from Sanborn, please report for the long jump.
Got a miss there. If I had to guess, I might say that was Wyatt Patterson. Hard to tell from where I'm seated.
That was Winnicott.
So, yeah, Wyatt Patterson, Winnicott sophomore, coming into today, 11-foot PR. So he already PR'd today. 12 feet. We're up to 12 feet now, right, Forrest?
Yeah, 12 feet.
All results of today's meet will be found on LinkedIn.
Salem now.
They'll be doing live events, one event at a time.
So Nicholas Rushton misses on his first attempt, junior. His best coming into today, 11.6. So he has matched that so far.
Here's Cole Brown.
Cole Brown with a contingency, or contingents of guys today. I believe this would be Blades. Just barely misses that one, kind of grazes over a bit.
Yeah, they're all pretty close. No one's got over yet, but they're grazing them.
Joshua
Pelham
Parent.
now.
Yep, Joshua Parent of Pelham, senior. He's done 12 feet before. Can see right there he's saying 23. Each athlete has the opportunity to kind of move the standards, basically how far away the crossbar is from them, obviously horizontally speaking, not vertically. And that kind of helps so they can put it right at the height of their jump.
All right, here he goes.
Ooh.
Oh, he was
Had-
over.
Yeah, had the feet over.
Gonna get another little angle different on it.
I was thinking you might.
I won't get blocked this way.
Start of the finals, the girls 100-meter hurdle.
We've got our hurdles about to take off.
So we've got Scott of Bedford, Lavelle of Exeter, Plant of Salem, Lures of Plymouth, Wheaton of Pinkerton, Cousins of Oyster River, Doherty of Concord, Lovely of Newport. So I'll be looking at lane 4 and 5.
Please check in at the parking area this time. All girls in the 1,600 meters check in at this time. Reminder athletes, one call and one call only. When it's called, you must check in immediately.
Another Cole Brown.
Be Anders Larson. See if we can't catch a couple more pole vault attempts before we move on to the track finals. Wind picking up a little bit, at least where we are. Doesn't necessarily bode the best for these athletes. Ooh. So you see that pole kind of bend off to the side. Not necessarily ideal, which is why he had kind of a wacky going up and landing and all that fun stuff. And we've got our girls bouncing around, backing into our blocks. We're about to see the start of our girls.
All right.
100-meter hurdle finals.
It's going to be a good one right here between Lures and Wheaton. I'm going to pick Lures on this one. She looked really strong, but you never know. Wheaton might have been holding back.
Fair start.
Looks like Wheaton, but now Lures is kicking it in. Looks like Wheaton's going to take this. Wow, that was too close.
That was real close.
Outstanding close. Lures.
Lures from Plymouth, 15:26. Second, Wheaton, Pinkerton, 15:29. Third, Plant, Salem, 15:58. Fourth, Lavelle, Exeter.
Yeah, I got real close down to the lean.
Unbelievable.
Take a look at it right now.
15:83.
Wow. So again, our camera right here, we're only looking at 60 frames per second. Lancer timing, they have a lot more than that. They're dealing with cameras in the thousandths of a second, so they can easily break that tie. As we can see in the results there, that's 300ths of a second. To us, it looks very, very close. Just the difference in cameras and how they work.
It's 10,000 a second.
Yeah, you're correct. Yep. They go down to 10,000th, measure it in the thousandths to break ties as needed. In this case, they only need the hundredths to do so.
I'm a little bit more technically up to date than you are, Greg.
It's
it's just one of those things I
gotta be honest, it's been a while since I've timed. I haven't. I think I did a couple of meets indoors this year, but
so eventually you'll catch up.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
I got a lot going on, a lot to focus on. Can I use that as an excuse?
Yeah. That was awesome, though. That great race.
Yeah. So here you go, boys. Hurdles getting set up. And to set up this race for us, who do we have in the finals?
We have Jeffrod of Trinity, Epstein of Merrimack. That's your pole vaulter over there. Foster, Division I champion. Jacques comes in with the fastest time. Salem. Ripperger of Portsmouth. Chong of Bedford. Duffy of Winnicott. And Bomba of Wyndham. This is gonna be this is anybody's race here.
Yeah. So he's talking about our pole vaulter there. He's a little bit busy right now, bouncing back and forth. Might have definitely utilized that break a bit where he could just focus on pole vault for a minute.
Safe to say this state record's not going to go down today. We were doing my son was last night, was doing the all-time greatest records last night. And Forrest, can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you now.
So what was
Can you hear me?
what was the all-time?
we gotcha.
What's the all-time greatest boys record?
It's Dominic Worsley.
In the 200.
2092. It's world athletic rating is 1079, and the next best is Billy Powers with 1393, and then the third best overall, if we're counting both boy and girl, is Hannah Parker's 206.
So that's some great athletes right there. Best of the best.
So you're just at home doing this for fun?
Yeah, some things we do.
Dude, record yourselves. Put it online, man. Put that on social media. You got the logins.
I was interested. I wanted to see. It's hard to do though, because the guys' hurdles change as they move up, and it's based off pro ratings.
Yep.
So his 1393 is rated a little bit higher than it should be. Same with the 300-meter hurdles, but on the girls, it doesn't go up.
Right.
So it's fair.
And coaches.
The top three times, the top three ones for boys were Worsley in the 200, the 110 hurdles, and then third, I want to say was, oh boy, I can't remember. But the shot put was really high rated, but the weight changed, so it's hard to, I got to do a conversion there.
Was it Barbiaz of the 7'1" jump? High jump?
It might have been.
All right, looks like we're changing from a red flag to a white flag, so we should be going momentarily in the boys' 110 hurdles finals. Again, top six, we didn't mention this for the girls, top six do advance on to New England, but everyone right here is looking for that number one spot.
We'll see if Jacques can pull his way through there. He looked like he just is a bull in the china shop going through, but hey, doesn't matter. So who gets there first?
Guys down in their blocks now.
I'm going to pick Foster from Memorial.
I'm going to take lane 4. Salem kid.
Good start.
Well, It does look like Jacques, but it looks like Foster's coming up. Looks like Memorial's taking over this. It's a good thing I don't bet horses. Foster.
That's Foster. That's Foster from Memorial, 15-13. Second, Josh from Salem, 15-28. Third, Chun Bedford, 15-39. Fourth, Ripperger, Portsmouth, 15-70. Fifth, Epstein, Merrimack.
Capturing that state champion feeling right now.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of excitement there as we pull up the replay now, but that was pretty cool to see. Again, high fives all around. Pretty happy with it. And we can see clearly out in front there on the replay. Pretty good race. Pretty good race. Okay, next event on the track, we've got the finals for our girls 100-meter dash.
This would be a good one, too. That's the thing about meet champions. They're all good ones.
Okay, we got Chavda of Cole Brown, Braswell of South, Wheat of Kennett, Ross of South, Best of Merrimack, Kunish of Exeter, Thomas of North, and Jenkins of Portsmouth. Soraya Ross is going to be hard to beat on this one. But we'll see. She's got to make sure she gets a good start like she did last time, because Wheat and Best are no joke in this race. You know what? This is a battle of 3 sophomores.
Wow. Fair start.
Looks like Wheat's got a good start. This is a good battle, but now Ross is pulling ahead. It's Ross, Best, Wheat.
That's Ross from National South.
She's all business.
Second is Best from Merrimack, 12-60. Third is Wheat from Kennett, 12-62. Fourth is Braswell, South, 12-71. Fifth is Chavda, Cole Brown, 12-87.
Wow, that was cold. She's been here before.
12-89.
You know, it's always funny. You ask a team at the beginning of the season what everyone's goals are, and it's going to vary across the board. You know, you have people brand new to the sport who are just looking to, you know, finish a run without having to walk. And then you have people who are like, yeah, I'm looking to make it to nationals. So
right.
Definitely different goals and different mentalities throughout the day, especially like, you know, if you've got multiple events, you're staying hyper-focused. We've got boys up now.
Okay, we got Pettingill of Milford, McDonald of Salem, Nada of Portsmouth, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Pooney of Lebanon, Stevens of Keene, Genchos of Brady, and Sebastian of Memorial. So this
I love this.
This should be the Seth Bayless show right now. We'll see what happens, see who gets pushed.
Pooney keeps looking good.
He does. And Nate is no joke either. So I'll tell you what, this could be state record time right here.
Boys in their blocks now.
See which way the wind's going.
Prelims.
Fair start.
Oh, Bayless is smoking hot. Pooney's right there.
Looks like Ado's right there.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
It's him.
That was Seth Bayless from Merrimack Valley, 12-85.
1085.
1085.
Second is Pooney, Lebanon, 11-13. Third is Nada.
It's not a state record, but a state championship. He's already got the ladder.
Fifth is Stevens from Keene, 11-42. And sixth is Stevens from Keene, 11-43. Again, that was Seth Bayless, Merrimack Valley, 12-85.
1085. 12. You said 12, but it's 10.
That was N85. Seth Bayless, Merrimack Valley.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Hey, he's probably thinking girls.
Speaking of girls, we've got girls on the track now. Everything from here on out on the track is finals. Of course, we could have a couple of different heats per event. In this case, we've got our girls 1600. 4 laps around the track, 1 heat only, as we can hear from Larry Martin.
So we got Cavaniff of Oyster River, Finn of Girton, McIntyre of Dover, Shepherd of Keene, Reynolds of Merrimack Valley, McFarland of Exeter, Hoy of Keene, Nyan of Concord, Nikoski of Concord, Goulis of Concord, O'Reilly of Hopkinton, Hagen of Newmarket, Stowe of Guilford, Aho of Conant, Klinger of Wyndham, Svensson of Sauhegan.
All relay teams must turn in a relay card.
4 girls separated by 1 second.
That's pretty good
I
for
can
this
get
event.
the start, and then I'll go over to the 200 meter so we can get that angle on it.
That sounds good.
Anyone's guess on this one? I would say if Mary Kay Finn is fresh, it's gonna be tough. She's gonna be tough to beat.
So no Sheldon Fisher.
No, she's just going for the 2 mile today at 3,200. 3,200 is loaded too.
Hard to bet against Kavanaugh.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know, suddenly the clock is down here.
Right.
You can see it. But they have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it'd almost be better over there.
I guess they don't have power.
Yeah. Oh, they don't. Oh.
So taking a look at the race. Got blue jersey out in front, red shorts. I have to believe that's what? Winnicott? Or, no, Merrimack.
Let's
Is that
take
Merrimack?
this trusty.
As soon as I figure it out, they're going to switch it on me, so that's how it works.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, it looks like our lead has changed already. Once we get Forrest down to the 200, we'll be able to tell a little bit more.
2 Keene girls, which would be Shepherd and Hoy, leading the way right now.
Well, it looks like that is Hoy out in front, number 7. And then, of course, we've got wearing number 1 is Haley Kavanaugh, Oyster River, and 2 is Mary Kate Finn. They're up in the mix.
So hopefully they keep this fast. And I was talking to Tim Cox earlier. We want to keep it fast because you want these girls to be in the fast heat in the New Englands.
Right. Yeah, and that's where, these times kind of, it is about place, top 6. And times, there's no team score today, but it is all about seeding for next week as well. So it's definitely a lot of strategies that go into it. No change up front just yet.
No,
still
it's
nice
still
and
bunch.
tight.
Mary Kate Finn taking a little bit of a lead now. Kavanaugh and Reynolds. Shepherd and McIntyre. So you want to be in this top 6 no matter what. You want to go to New England. You want to punch your ticket. Been a while since we've had New England's, right? Right, Greg?
Certainly feels like it. We didn't have it. Didn't have it last year, right?
241, 242,
241.
243.
Halfway mark.
5:22 pace.
In 2 years. So this will be a big one to get.
Yeah, there's going to be some athletes hungry for it. Again, New England's next Saturday. Connecticut playing host state this year. We will be down there, and the live stream will be found right on our page. We'll be joining forces with a number of other states as we take a look.
It's Finn leading, Kavanaugh right on her shoulder. And it's Dover, Merrimack Valley, and Keene.
So that's a tight pack of 5.
6. So 6 is Exeter, Keene, Oyster River, I believe.
So 5 breaking away, battle for 6. That final spot moving on.
Could have been. It's It's not Oyster River for that 8th spot in 8th, but it's Blue Jersey.
Probably Cat Stowe of Guilford.
Today qualified for the New England Championship, which will be held next Saturday in New Britain,
Kavanaugh,
Connecticut.
Finn, and McIntyre battle to the top 3.
3:59 at 3/4.
3:58 through
Coming
3.
into the gun, 3:59.
Kavanaugh starting to pull away. McIntyre going ahead of Finn. The old veterans right there in 4th place. Reynolds.
You see those gaps opening it up.
McIntyre's got a good kick, so this race isn't over. They only live 2 towns away.
Top 6 seems to be decided, but it's not over yet.
Sophia Reynolds has come alive. She's got a great kick. Look at Sophia Reynolds.
She might win.
She could win this. Sophia Reynolds coming from the outside. She's coming hard. This would be great. This would be outstanding. Sophia Reynolds. Can you believe this? That's outstanding race by her.
Wow.
I love it.
That was Sophia
Reynolds with a time.
Great race.
13:05.
Kavanaugh from Oyster River.
Outstanding.
13:32. McIntyre.
That's got to be an absolutely great feeling for
Oh
her.
my God, because she was
Senior year.
Yeah, she was so good her freshman year, and then she just kind of got into a little bit of lull, and now as a senior to close it out, state champion.
Yeah, no, we've watched her career for a long time. I mean, I remember watching her run in middle school, having success middle school, having success freshman year, and then just to last race for her in New Hampshire for high school, and that's what she does with it. I think that's phenomenal.
That to me, that's the best story of the day.
Absolutely.
Right there. Right there.
She was in like 5th with 300 to go.
That's why you do it right there. That's why you do it.
At this time, boys, 4x100 meter relay. Make sure you turn your relay card in when you check in.
Yeah.
That, to me, is just that's the way to end it in the state. Nothing better than that. All right, so in this boys, this is loaded. This could be the race of the day. You get sign of Hanover coming with a 4:15. Kindop, outstanding 4:16. Hiltz has conquered. Murphy have conquered. Khalil, the hometown hero right here. Killian of Wyndham. Harriman, stud. Lebanon. Redmond, the freshman, the sophomore from Bedford. Luke Brennan from Pinkerton. Kasich of Coe-Brown. Wolf of Lebanon. Marcotte of Elverin. Mahoney of Bedford. LaValle of Memorial. Crowell of Portsmouth. And Landry of Berlin. This is the who's who.
Right to the front.
Come on, Mikey.
The top 6 in this race today are all seated within 6 seconds of each other. It's going to be a great race.
200 meters in, no separation yet.
There's all sorts of ways this could play out right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know the top 2, but the guys in 3rd and 4th, they can shake this out. Killian's no joke. Harriman's no joke. I mean, this could be a great, great race.
Well, coming through, got our first 400, still Sign leading it. And they crossing 106 or so.
65 at the 400.
So we're going 420 pace. That can drop right down.
Everybody's right in there. It's super tight. I think it's a 4-man race.
That's what I think too.
But
I mean, if it's a traditional race, it'll come down to Kindop and Sign. If they let it go to the end, if they let it go down to like 50 to 100 yards, I still think Hiltz can win. If Murphy makes a big move and they just don't expect it, it could be his race.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be Sign. I'd much rather be Kindop. I don't like leading gun to tape like that. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Well, he's beaten Kindop once this year, and I bet you Kindop hasn't forgotten it.
Hiltz isn't letting Kindop into lane 1.
That's the way to do it. I wouldn't let him in there either.
Sealing that off. smart racing. He's going to have him run some more meters. He's going to have to run 16:05 to beat him. See if Khalil can bring that hometown magic too. He had some unbelievable finishes last week.
2:16, so they really slowed it up there. They're in jeopardy of being in a slower heat if they don't get their butts moving. But who cares?
That's true. That's a good point.
You want to end up champion. That's the first thing you want to do.
I think there's going to be a big move at 600. Somebody's going to go. It's going to be right here.
This is playing into Hiltz's hands right here.
But he's got a little grimace on his face.
Tough spot for Murphy being 6'5" and being caught in the middle. But things will open up. Kindop's in the driver's seat right here.
I don't know if I'd want to keep Khalil around.
No, he's tough too.
After what he did last week, he has the kick.
As you can see, Harriman is just sitting back. He's just getting his warm up in for the 3200.
Murphy's getting up. Murphy's going now.
That's what Murphy needs to do.
But he's got to get around. He's got to just pop out.
You got to make a move. There you go. Close off. Seal off Kindop.
The gap's building.
Hiltz has got to go wide. Seal off Kindop. Kindop's the guy that you got to watch.
Murphy in sign right now.
This is playing right where you want with Murphy. Murphy said he was going to make a big move. It's all right. Go with him, Murph. Go with him, Hiltz. Hiltz is right there. He's not in the fight. They don't know he's there. Freaking heart is going like a million right now.
I think Hiltz can win this race.
He can win this race. It looks like Sainz.
Sainz got to finish.
Hiltz is. Next heat, we've got Nab of Exeter, Duchamp of Bedford, Thomas of North, Barber of Central, Churcharella of Monadnock, Lepashensky of Kennet, Reposer of Kingswood, and Smith of Dover.
If you are staying with us, have stayed with us, apologize on that. Looks like we went off air for a little bit there. I'm not sure how long. Happy to be back now. At least it looks that way. Any results you missed, you can find at lancertiming.com. Anything that we have recorded that we missed on, we will post. Not quite sure what happened, but we can see our heat of the girls 400. Second heat now.
Looks like Barber's out really well from Central.
Yeah, she's flying right now.
Barber of Central, she's taking this one. She looks really strong.
She's got a monster lead. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, though.
Boys coach, please report to the finish line.
It looks like the other Central.
Boys coach, please to the finish line.
Ooh, it's going to be tight.
Barber's coming up on the inside. She's going to take this. Churcharella of Monadnock led most of the way, coming second.
Barber from Central, 59:01. Churcharella from Monadnock, 59:41. Thomas North, 60:32.
Dad, who you got winning the 400? The men's side.
Lopashensky, Kennett.
Once I see it come up, I'll tell you.
Fifth, Raposa, Kingswood, 60:44. And sixth, Duchamp from Bedford, 60:73. Little over 1 second separating the top six.
Can you still hear me over here?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay.
Had a
Who do you got?
Slight
Who do you got
difficulty.
winning it? This might be the tightest race right here, the 400.
So we're going to be be a little delayed getting the 300 going.
How many? We'll see how many guys can go under 50.
Hurdles can check in at this time. Boys in the 300-meter hurdles.
Oh, I'm going to go with the hometown hero. No doubt about it. I'm going to go with Ash all the way.
Brady Ash.
Yeah, because he's
What
right
did he run?
here.
49.98.
Yeah, but he's going to win it because he's from Sanborn, and they're going to cheer him on hard. He's going to take it. Yeah, Larry's going to pick the Londonderry, Clegg, but he already ran a race. So. And a tough race. He got pushed hard.
Oh, really?
Boys off.
So we got Bradley of Hanover, Smith of Pinkerton, T-Bolt of South, Saltmarsh of Winnacunnet, Musso of Laconia, Hodge of Kearsarge, Thapper of Merrimack Valley, and Bruno of Hollis Brookline.
Looks like MV's out hard. Laid 7th.
That would be Thapper of Merrimack Valley. Wow, this is a close race right here. This ought to produce a decent time. It's like Laconia.
Yeah, he's striding out.
Musso of Laconia is going to take this.
53. 54-ish.
Musso from Laconia, 52.25. Saltmarsh, Winnacunnet, 52.67. Third, Tebow, South, 52.74.
Respectable times.
Merrimack Valley, 53.43. Fifth, Bruno, Hollis Brookline, 53.50. And sixth, Bradley from Hanover, 54.25.
Next section, we got Chaudhry of Campbell, Catelli of Hollis Brookline, Carney of Interlakes, Ash of Sanborn, Clegg of Londonderry, Doro of Oyster River, Demas of Co-Brown, and Nolan of Keene. So the only guy that's gone under 50 is Ash. I'm going to have to go with Ash being this is going to get this crowd going crazy. If Ash can pull this out. I definitely think
I
he
think
will.
the next best to challenge him will be Ty Doro. He's injured? I'm getting word he's injured, so it could be Demas.
Oh, I still think Clegg's got some legs on him.
He was pushed hard in that 4x8, though.
And Carney's no joke either.
But Clegg's a cross-country guy. I mean, he's strong. He can come back after an 800.
No, you're right, 7. There's a distance 7, yeah.
Doro's out really hard.
Here we go! Let's go, DJ! Let's go! Let's go, Tom!
Clegg looks good.
Let's go!
Ash looks like he's just playing his cards, though. But here we go.
Doro's still leading.
Ty Doro. Ty Doro out of nowhere is going to take this. Clegg's coming up, though. Clegg's coming hard. Larry Martin called this. Clegg.
I thought Doro, no?
No, Clegg took it.
Sean Clegg from Londonderry.
Wow.
49.77.
Woo,
He
and under 50.
The Londonderry 4x800 meter relay team that won earlier. Second, Doro, Oyster River, 49.84. Third, Connie, Interlakes, 50.48. Fourth, Ash from Sanborn, 50.80. Fifth, Durs, Co-Brown, 50.96. And sixth, Chaudhry from Campbell, 51.30. Again, Sean Clegg, Londonderry, 49.77.
Larry's gloating a little bit. Feel it? He called it. He's the king. Larry is the king. He called it. He didn't care that the kid already ran a race. Yeah.
Hey, I said the closest to give him a challenge was Doro. I got Aiden Cox in my ear telling me he's hurt. He almost won that race. And that is why we don't have a mic on him.
Grab him! Bring him out!
All right, and that was the last heat of the boys 400, which means we're moving on to our 300-meter hurdles.
Hurdles got to be positioned. Hurdle throw 300-meter hurdles.
So see the hurdles coming out onto the track now.
So in the first section, we got Cairns of Girton, Pelchet of Berlin, McCoy Sophus of Elvern, Kenny of Stark, John Stark, Plant of Salem, McPhee of Kingswood, Juris of North, and Ortiz of South. So that's a good moment for Clegg. Never broke 50 before.
Right, yeah.
You know, he break those barriers. That's a big thing. He's only a junior.
Cross country all state too.
Yep.
So he's not afraid of it.
Right, that's the thing.
I also think Clegg probably had a little bit of adrenaline from that 4x8.
Oh, sure. Anytime you win, that definitely can help you.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a
Be
day.
a blessing instead of a curse. Like I said, I mean, he's a cross-country guy, so it's not like an 800 and 400 is going to kill him. He's strong.
Doro definitely set that race up
Nicholas
to be
Schneider
fast.
from Pelham to the long jump, please. Nicholas from Pelham.
He looked like he had a little limp, too. Did you see that? He was definitely limping to an extent, Doro. But either way, he breaks under that barrier.
No! No, we're doing everything.
What do you think LaValle's going to run? Does she have a shot at the state record?
God, that state record's tough. That's Kennedy state record.
Yeah.
No.
43.54 from Kennedy.
And she's run high 44? Yeah, 44.96. Yeah, I just don't think she'll be pressed hard enough.
You're fast! I just run. You guys have the right technique right now.
That'd be people running with hurdles, and naturally a pretty good speed to it.
Corinne Kennedy's time was the 6th state record.
It was what?
From my calculations. It was the 6th best state record.
Best, yeah.
Yep. The only ones that were graded higher, actually, no, it ties. It ties for the 4th. So there's only 3 records that were better, and that's Hannah Parker's 206, Jacqueline Gaughan's 10:05, and Grace Devaney's 55.4.
Place from Sauhegan, Primer.
So just think of it like that. It's one of the hardest records you could possibly
from
get.
Hanover, Kleber, and from Concord, Nicholson. They tied for 4. In 3rd place, from South, Cruz.
That record is
In
graded to be
2nd
tied
place,
with
from
Kathy
Portsmouth,
Lawson's
Arakelian.
24.44,
And the
200,
winner,
and Allison Pool's high jump 5.10.
5 feet 2 inches from Malvern, senior Molly O'Donnell.
What did you say the second best record was?
Second best was Jackie Gaughan's.
Official
3200.
results of the boys 4x100 meter relay. In 6th place from the first heat.
I'd tell you, but if Larry wasn't so good at his job, you know?
Yeah.
Getting some official results, that's all.
You aren't going to fall asleep next to Larry Martin. I'll tell you that. Speechless.
All right, looks like we've got our first command runners in their blocks now.
Okay, and they're off.
Fair start.
Again, back to the boys 4x100 meter relay. Memorial was 6th, Portsmouth 5th,
Kingswood has a huge lead right now.
Wyndham 3rd, Concord 2nd, and Londonderry 43.54 1st.
So if you're trying to figure out who is leading, it's the first one to get to that hurdle. That makes it easier on the stagger. And
Should be Kingswood and Alvern.
Yeah, but here comes the stutter steps.
Lauren McPhee of
She's still leading,
Kingswood.
but his things are going to change right now. John Stark. Kingswood still going to do it.
Kingswood charge by Alburn. Kingswood?
Kingswood takes it.
See, now this is where you guys have the better look. I can't really see the finish from my angle.
McCoy Sofas from Albarn, 49.61. Third, Kinney from John Stark.
Hey, we appreciate you being over there for the start of it, though.
Plant, Salem, 50 flat.
It's not bad. I'm getting my son.
Berlin, 51.29. And 6, Juris from North, 51.62.
This section, we got Doherty of Concord.
Girls 4x100
relay official results. 6th place Wyndham, 5th place Cobrown, 4th place Exeter, 3rd place Merrimack, 2nd place Pinkerton, and the winner with a time of 49.35, Nashua South.
We have Doherty of Concord, DiVarini of North, Wheaton of Pinkerton, Lavelle of Exeter, Dillon of Merrimack, Carty of Oyster River, Lovely of Newport, and Muller of Concord.
In their blocks now. Forrest is going to zoom in a little bit.
So Lavelle's the heavy favorite.
Here they go.
Fair start. Looks like might have an empty lane for 3.
Oh, LaValle's got a huge lead.
She's just good. She's just all by herself on this one.
She has a huge lead. Can't wait to see when that straightens out.
So Lavelle of Exeter. She's a state champion last week, leading her team to the Division I title. She's about to take some more hardware home.
She doesn't stutter. She just goes right for it.
4 feet 11 inches. She gets everything out of it. Absolute stud. Best time ever right there too by her.
That's LeVay from Exeter, 45.11. Second, Dillon, Merrimack, 47.62.
Third, Carty, Oyster River, 48.30. Fourth, Lovely, Newport, 48.86.
Just off her best time.
Fifth, D. Ranieri, North, 48.91. And sixth, Muller, Concord, 48.97. With all girls in the 800 meters, please check in at this
Greg,
time.
can you get me
Girls in the 800 meters.
the thing shifted over? Zip, thank you.
I'm sorry, what did you want? I can't see them from here. Not to be sure that they're set.
Okay, again, that was girls heat number 2. Means we get to move on to the boys 300-meter hurdles.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, in this first section, we got Lamontagne of Lebanon, Malik of Guilford, Holodowski of Milford, Lorenz of Monadnock, Anderson of Central, Cahill of Sunapee, McLaughlin of Portsmouth, Laverne of Portsmouth.
Empty block in there too.
Which lane?
4.
Oh, the favorite, Lorenz of Monadnock.
1, 2, 3, 4. It could be. No, it's 5.
5. That would be Anderson of Central.
Yeah, Monadnock's definitely in there. Yeah, it's no one's filled it yet. White flag, so they're going to get started.
Yeah, can see the guys backing in their blocks now. Fair start. First heat of the boys, 300-meter hurdles. Coming at us now.
Looks like Lorenz has already got a little bit of a lead.
He's just a brick house, huh?
Yep.
He's strong.
It's Jack Lorenz of Monadnock, but he just got overtaken. Looks like Malek of Guilford, but now Portsmouth's coming on. Wow.
Malek
took that, though, just barely.
Malek from Guilford, 42.48. Second, McLaughlin from Portsmouth, 42.66. Third, Lorenz from Monadnock, 42.83.
So from heat 1, 42.48 for Malek. See how that time holds up. Moving into heat 2. Second heat, of course, being the faster of them.
And sixth, Lamontagne from Lebanon, 44.
How far is Fletcher off from the state title?
Quite a ways.
800 meters to check in at this time, please.
Still probably a top 5 of all time.
In the 800 meters.
That's McFadden.
So
37.71 or something.
Yeah, then it would be Powers after that, but he's probably right up top 5, I would say. Foster of Memorial, Glodgett of Keene, Ashworth of Elverin, Fletcher of Portsmouth, Olson of South, Chong of Bedford, Toro of Wyndham, and Duffy of Winnicott. So Foster's in here. He's already the 110 champ, but Fletcher's way seated higher than everybody else. But we'll see what you have to do. He's still got to run it. Fletcher's only been doing hurdles for a little bit more than a year.
Really?
Yeah, so if he ever cleans it up, I mean,
wow.
He could be the best of the best.
Fair start.
Nice job on the mile there, buddy. Yeah, he called the 400. I know.
South got a big lead. Fletcher went out easy, looked like.
Fletcher's not winning this right now, but he'll catch up right here.
Olson and Fletcher.
Wow, he's got some closing speed. 40 seconds.
39.
Fletcher from Portsmouth, 39.47.
Second, Olson from South.
So 39.47 winning that for Fletcher. Olson of South in second.
40.94. Fourth, Ashworth, Elburn, 41.02. Fifth, Blodgett, Keene, 41.14. And sixth, Duffy from Winnicott, 41.71. I have the results of the girls' discus. In sixth place from Newfound, LaPlume. In fifth place from North, Novak.
Wow.
In fourth place from Merrimack Valley, Lee. In third place,
800 now?
Yep. Yeah, we got 800 now.
In second place from
Coach Cox joining us again.
Sinlinger.
Means it's either a distance event or he's getting tired of standing.
With a toss of 124 feet 9 inches.
Well, we don't have anybody in the 8, so I got some time. How about that 400, huh?
So in this 800,
Next on the track is the
2 heats.
800 meters.
we have Fellows of Newport, McDonough of Londonderry, Stockwell of Hopkinton, White of Girton, Ellison of Kearsarge, Shepherd of Keene, Kudalatis of Winnicott, and Valiant of Concord. So we did the rankings last night, and Hannah Parker is the all-time greatest girls record holder.
You know, it's funny you say that
Fair
because
start.
her record almost went down in Christy Schofield's very last race at New England's in 2015, was it, or 14?
Yep.
And Christy Schofield, obviously, we've been trying to follow it and repeat some social media. She had a heck of a year at Boise State in her senior year.
She's #1 ranked going into the national championship.
NCAAs, we'll be watching her next week. But yeah, Hannah Parker's 206.42. That's a couple times that she ran in the 206s. And really, her breakout year was at Meet of Champions in 2012, was it maybe? 2013, and that was the first time she broke 210, and she was a freshman just kind of learning how to run.
That
Did she do
206
that
came.
206 sophomore year?
Sophomore year, 206. Yes, and she that was a. If she's listening, she's going to hate this conversation because she's stuck at 206 all through high school and college. So she's just, I just want to see 205
I'll
time.
I'll make her feel good. She's faster than both Luke and Forrest as a sophomore. So they didn't like hearing that. They argued
not
me
like hearing that?
They argued me last week. I said she did it her sophomore year.
She was a type that, she ended up caring about times, but she didn't really care about
I ran
times.
205, but the cameras weren't on.
Oh, come on now, Forrest.
Anna Shepard's leading the way in the slow heat.
Yeah. Nah, she was the type that just cared about winning and just running fast, but really cared about winning. And some of her best races ever were at Nationals, where she was All-American a couple times. Beat Raven Rogers, an Olympian, at the Brooks PR race her senior year, I think, maybe it was. So.
Yeah, her 206 is a 1050 on the World Athletics table.
Oh, wow.
And anything in the thousands is really good.
What else do we have from New Hampshire in the thousands? Have you guys done
Dominic
that?
Worsley's is the highest.
21
1079.
Oh, 1079. Well, what about Seth Bayless? He broke that record.
No, we're talking
no, he didn't.
200.
He said 1079.
Yeah,
so
points.
Yeah, 1079.
I know. I was messing with him.
Jesus.
The folks at home understand.
No, you
all right, so
need to explain
Worsley in the 200
21
is
point
the
what?
best, and then it's 20.92.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did go under 21.
And then tied with that is Billy Powers in the 110, 1393.
Wow.
Shepard takes that.
And then it's Hannah Parker, and then it's Dwight Barbius in the high jump. 7-1.
Yep. Second, Stockwell, Hopkinton.
Then it's Jackie Gons, 10:05, and Eli Moskowitz, 8:44.
Wow. All right, here we go. This is one of the races of the day. Doherty versus Malone, D1 versus D3.
Hey, Forrest, go put yourself out on like lane 4.
Then a switch.
So we got Quinlan, Braccio, Quinlan of Winnicott, Braccio of North, Lee of Bedford.
You want me lane 4?
Malone of Christian, Ponce of Christian, Doherty of Girton, Kavanaugh of Oyster River, Padalina of Halls Brookline, and Petoni of Newmarket.
This is going to be a race.
It's going to be a race.
Ellison, Kearsarge,
I mean, you can't count out Fiona Lee either from the D1 champ.
No, you can't count out
Kylie
Quinlan either.
No, Kylie Quinlan's defending champ, isn't she? She won last year. Who won last year?
Defending champion. She just led her team to a 4x800 championship.
School record too. Guns up.
We already saw one 4x800 guy did.
Fair start.
That's true. What do you think Malone's going to do here? Right to the front? That's why she's run all the races.
Yeah, I think she's going to pop a 212, 213.
Doherty going right to her shoulder, already making up the. Well, no, Malone made up the stagger, but it's just a one-turn stagger. Off this turn, they're going to go into the first lane.
It's going to be a good race.
I think Malone's going to win.
I do too.
Fiona Lee's just putting herself in third. And Kylie Quinlan defending champion. Look at Braccio too. Braccio, she's fresh, right? She didn't run the mile, did she?
Oh, she's fresh.
She's fresh. How they looking back there for
34 through 200.
Okay, cool. I love hearing the coaches back there. That's awesome. So Doherty's not going to wait. Doherty's going to try to pass her right here.
I think she kind of has to. I just think
if she's 6 with Malone, I guess it's a pick 'em, but they don't. I don't feel like they're ripping out of here. They're not ripping out of here. We're only 61, 62 here.
I think this favors Malone.
65, 66, 3. That's 212 pace. I mean,
I'd like to see an all-out kick between Quinlan and Malone.
I tell you, Fiona Lee's staying tight. If not, there goes Doherty. If they're not careful, everybody else is going to get in it. No, let's see Malone. If Malone bends here and doesn't break, the way the race is right now, I'm still taking Malone. The Doherty's trying to win it right here.
Doherty's got good
trying to win it right here.
But you got to break Malone. If you don't break Malone, Malone's going to come back.
No, this is exactly what Malone wants to do. Watch out for Fiona Lee in third too.
Oh yeah, here we go.
No,
Malone.
here comes Malone.
Here she comes.
Yeah, just made for her right here. Yeah. Give it to Doherty for giving a shot though.
It's going to be good though.
Malone's going to win it.
Yeah. I think Fiona Lee's going to get second.
Now you just cut that. You should close the gate.
Hey, Doherty.
Doherty's coming back up around. But look at Lee.
Lee's right there.
Malone.
It's all over. It's all over but the crying. Here we
Malone's
go.
trying to get in.
Malone. Taking it hard.
214, 215.
Nice job.
Does that every time now. Killing it.
That's Brianna Malone.
214.99.
She might be the most proven.
24.
She might be the most proven girl right now in high school.
Yeah.
In the state.
Who'd you say for us?
Distance running?
Who'd you say?
Bracchio from North, 218.71.
You say Malone?
Fifth, Quinlan Winnicott, 219.29. And sixth, Kavanaugh from Oyster River, 219.91.
Would you say was the most improved for the state for us?
In the 200 meters can check in at this time, please. All boys in the 200 meters.
It's not going to hear you over, Larry.
Forrest.
What's up?
Who'd you say was the most improved in the state?
No, not most improved. I said most proven. Brianna Malone is just...
Oh, sure. Yeah, money.
She's got the stamp of certification for New Hampshire. I mean, she just shows up. I don't remember the last time she had a bad race.
I agree.
So Childs of Pinkerton, Gleason of Concord, Haley of Portsmouth, Jernigan, Oyster River, Crawford of Alvern, Suarez of Oyster River, Allen of Exeter, Palmiter of Trinity. So we didn't see Jake Haley last week in the 800. He ran in the 400, but he popped a pretty good 400. So we'll see what he can do today. What'd you think of Sophia Reynolds in the mile?
Hey, she had a journey.
Wasn't that awesome?
Look at what that does. She stuck to it, trained hard, and comes out on the other end. That's a beautiful thing.
Best feel-good story of the day.
Great
sure.
feel-good story. Absolutely,
No doubt.
absolutely. We've been waiting to see that kick.
Oh my God!
For a year.
We saw it last year.
We did.
Yeah, but we hadn't seen it like really.
I was thinking when she went by me with 300 to go, I was on the back stretch. I'm like, man, she looks good. And then she proved it. It was good.
Coming up on the 400.
Okay, Alvern's winning 58 to 59. You get her, Larry Martin.
Pretty good opener. 58 seconds.
Yep.
We'll see if he can hold it. Allen's tough. You got Gleason there.
Jernigan from Oyster River is fourth.
I still think the Haley kid from Portsmouth's going to pop one here.
Yep, he's got speed. He's got 400 meter speed too.
I think they'll win 159.
There goes Haley moving up.
3.
Haley moving up.
Gleason's moving too.
Oh, Gleason stepped out in front of Haley. There you go.
They got some room to catch up to this kid.
There goes Haley. There goes Haley. Through the 6 and what, Forrest?
What's that?
Where are they through the 6 in?
I don't have a watch on it.
God, they might not catch him.
Let's go, dude.
This is crazy.
Hey, the whole field was seated in like 2 flat. This whole field, there's a lot of parity in this whole field.
Here he comes Haley.
Here comes Haley. Never count out Haley. He's got a great close. And watch out for Jernigan in third.
Here comes Haley.
Let's see what Haley sets the bar at.
Nice job. 159. Good job.
That was Haley from Portsmouth.
All right, let's see what that can do. Does that sneak in?
70. Second, Crawford from Alvern, 200.30. Third, Jernigan, Oyster River, 201.13. Fourth, Gleason, Concord, 202.22.
I'm excited for this one.
I think that will sneak in.
204.11. And sixth, Palmer from Trinity.
Who do you got in this one?
13.
So we got Berger of Hollis Brookline, Redmond of Bedford, Murphy of Concord, Pear of Dover, Sign of Hanover, Hill of Monadnock, Levy of Hanover, Gower Hall of Wyndham. This is a good race right here.
What does Singh have coming back? He's 156, doubling back. The New Hampshire state champion in the 1600, Jeremiah Pior, is fresh.
Yeah, with a 155 last week, or 156.
Let's see what happens. This is going to be great.
Now, I'll tell you what, Hill's no joke, and neither is Murphy.
Hey,
So-
Murphy put it out there in that 1600.
Yeah, he's
man.
the one that needed fast.
He's always a gamer. He's always a gamer.
I got to take Payer. Payer's fresh.
I do too.
I don't know, man. This could be the legend of Pierce Singh 2022. D2, baby.
I don't know. Pear's got some pretty good confidence. I'm going to go with him.
Give us a 200, Forrest. Pear's leading from the front. That's
That's a tough one. That's not
That's a
the,
tough thing to
that's
do
not
there.
the way to win.
And he's ripping pretty
But
good.
hey, what happened in the mile? He led from
27 through.
Let's get 54 pace. They got to settle in.
Yeah, this isn't good for him right now.
I mean, he could be thinking that they're doubling back, most of the players, and he wants to burn them a bit.
Why isn't that good? He's fresh.
Yep, he's fresh. You're right, Forrest. I'm second guessing your dad here.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what you do. You take it to him. He just had to fend off a whole mile.
If Willie Mays was an 800-meter runner, this is what he would do.
So Murphy, see what he got.
I'm telling you, dude.
Two of those guys have already run races, but hey.
Pierce looks good. Murphy looks great.
58?
58.
58?
That's
So
58.
that was a slow second 200.
Payer's right where he needs to be, though. As long as he doesn't get boxed in. He had a great finish last week. But look at Hill. Hill's right there.
Yes, he is.
Murphy's in there, too.
Murphy's got to make a move.
Here goes Murphy.
No, Singh is holding him off. Singh is holding him off. That's an important hold off right there.
Look at Hill. Look at Hill.
Look at Hill. Hill and 30 could steal this
Hill's
one.
getting ready for the slingshot.
Come on, Hill.
Ricky Bobby
Singh,
slingshot
man,
right
look at
now.
Singh. He's going for number 2 here. Hill looks great. Let's see where the strength
Singh
is.
needs to go wide.
Singh's got it. Singh's going to win.
Stein does got it. He is strong.
He is really strong.
Wow. 154 point on a double back.
Unbelievable.
155.17 on a double back. Holy crap. Again, I would love to see what he could do fresh. Hill, 156.73. Third pair, 156.96.
Third pair from Dover.
Murphy, 157.68.
Murphy from Concord, 157.68.
Wow.
Levy from Hanover, 158.49. And sixth, Berger from Horace Brookline, 159.13.
Wow.
He's a good runner.
That was loaded.
The London kid is in the 4.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
This kid's better than Sunnerup was.
He was gonna double, so.
Yeah.
He's only, what year is Singh?
He's senior.
Senior,
yeah.
But
So that's
he's better than Sunnerup.
7 guys under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Next event
That
on
was
the
really
track,
legit.
girls 200 meters.
Oh, this is going to be a good race right here.
200 meters to check in at this time. Girls, 3,200 meters.
So we got girls. This is going to be a good one. So we got Winslow of Belmont, Smith of Dover, Tavares of North, Chavda of Coe-Brown, Kunish of Exeter, Boet of Wilton Lineborough, Adigan of Salem, and Braswell of South.
Aye, Captain. I'm on it. I'm going to be honest. I got a little nervous on the break on that 800 when they all went out because they didn't break as fast as I thought they would have been.
Oh, he's supposed to run the tangent. It's smart.
Well, it scared me. I was like, am I about to get run over? You know, I didn't want any of them to get hurt.
Yeah.
How good's that kid, huh?
Sign?
Yeah.
He's unreal.
Wonder where he's headed.
Fair start. First two of the girls.
He's just so strong, and he's calm, cool, and collected. I mean, he's just a class above everybody else. He won it both ways.
Got a close
You know what I
race
mean?
going here.
Kunish, but Chavda's pulling out. It's going to be
Chavda's gonna win
Chavda.
Chavda's a really solid runner.
From Coe-Brown, 26.37. Kunish from Exeter, 26.60. Third, Poetti, Wilton Lineborough, 26.79. Fourth, Winslow, Belmont, 27.22. Fifth, Smith from Dover, 27.27. And sixth, Adigan from Salem, 27.35.
Next seat, we got Thomas of North, Lures of Plymouth, Barber of Central, Wheat of Kennett, Ross of South, Best of Merrimack, Jenkins of Portsmouth, and Sipple of Pinkerton. I'm going to go with Wheat on this one. I really am.
I was just going to say that. I'll take Wheat.
I think Ross has got another gear, but I still...
No, you know what? I take it back. I'm going with Ross. the way she handled that win earlier, she's locked in right now.
It's going to be a good one, though. Good thing about this, Wheat gets to see Ross.
Wheat's got a big lead, it looks like.
We'll see if she
Here
can hold
comes
it.
Ross.
Comes Wheat. Here comes Ross.
Ooh, this is going to be tight.
Looks like Wheat. Looks like Ross. It's coming. And it's going to, oh, it's close, but Ross is going to take it. Ross, Wheat, best.
Whew.
That was Ross.
25-50. Wheat from Kenneth, 25-63.
So 25-50 for Ross. 13/100ths of a second over Wheat.
Fifth, Thomas from North, 26-75. And sixth, Barber from Central, 26-93.
That was a good race right there. Boys 200, we got Manti of Wyndham, Non of Milford, Marino of Concord, Amaro of Londonderry, Sebastian of Memorial, Tungaroo of Concord, Vetter of Belmont, LeBlanc of Pinkerton.
I'm excited for this 200.
Oh, I am too.
Lane 1 is vacated. See, I did a better choice word there.
I missed it. What'd you say?
Vacated.
Set.
Off we go.
Close one. Wow.
It's a nice looking race right there.
Sebastian, I think.
That was Sebastian from Memorial, 23-18. Tungaroo, Concord, 23-23. Non, Milford, 23-32.
Amaro, Londonderry, 23-54. Vetter, Belmont, 23-62.
Next seat,
What do you think? Fletcher or Bayless?
24-11.
Next seat, we got Doro of Oyster River, Vitello of Conant, Pooney of Lebanon, Bayless of Merrimack Valley, Fletcher of Portsmouth, McDonald of Salem, Stevens of Keene, Ashworth of Alfred.
As it is completed.
Oh, this is a good race.
That's a toss-up. I think Fletcher's going to take it.
I'm going to go Fletcher as well.
I think this might be an upset. But Bayless is the king until he gets knocked off. So,
right. Bayless is he's bound to have.
On your marks.
I don't know. I thought Pooney gave him some pretty good. Good race last week.
Bayless hasn't ran that 200 time that he wants yet this year, so he's bound.
This might be it right here. We'll see what happens. But Fletcher's just raw. Something about him that does not like to lose. He just ran that 300 a little while ago, so we'll see. Bayless is on a mission.
Bayless got a big lead.
Oh, Bayless is taking it.
Yeah, but you know what? Fletcher did this in the 300.
He ain't doing this. This is Bayless all the way. Wow. Bayless and Pooney. Bayless in a different league. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
What was it, 22?
Bayless from Merrimack Valley,
21-8-2. Yeah, there he goes. That's a good one.
22-40. Third, Fletcher from Portsmouth, 22.72. Fourth, McDonald, Salem, 22.77. Fifth, Vitello from Conant, 22.84. And sixth, Stevens from Keene, 23.01.
Yeah, that was good.
All boys in the 3,200 meters can check in at this time, please. All boys in the 3,200 meters.
I think Bayless took that one pretty seriously. Yeah. So we got, this is a good race too. Trudell of Sauhegan, Brochu of Bow, Zahn of Bow, Fisher of Cobrown, Smith of Concord, Kennedy of Concord, Silver of Pinkerton, Grew of Pinkerton, Fondakowski of Bishop Girton, Hoy of Keene, Thomas of Salem, Spooler of Dover, Haley of Dover, Tabor of Winnicott, Gluck, Hanover, Hall, Monadnock.
2 Bows, 2 Concords, 2 Pinkertons, 2 Dovers.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. It's like twins.
Yeah, right. And all the way through. It's usually maybe one of those, but they have 3
Right.
of them. That's all.
So this is gonna be a battle for the top 6 here. I think your top 5 are pretty close, and then after that, that battle for 6 is gonna be tight. Sheldon Fish is fresh. They're all fresh here, right?
Girls, 3,200 meters, 8 laps.
A lot of fresh girls in this one, too.
Yeah, at least the first 6 are fresh, I can tell you that.
Trudell.
I think they're all pretty much fresh.
Sheldon. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, just Gandini and Sheedy are both fresh. Yep. Harriman basically looked like he jogged to me that mile. Oh, Hills is fresh too. From Keene, he's pretty tough. Hooper's fresh too.
Looks like 4 are already separating themselves.
First 400. 78, 79.
So that 4 will pick each other apart, then Shelley Smith and Kennedy will pick up the aftermath.
I think Sheldon Fisher's going to win. I was so impressed with her at D2.
Tell you what, Zahn is no joke either, though.
Smart, boys.
Any one of those 4 could win out of that group. Yeah, didn't choose nobody. Yeah, 21 minutes maybe. Yeah. Right. Really good. So Chloe Trudell leading the way. You got Zahn, Brochu, Fisher, Kennedy, Shelley Smith. Nice pace.
Meters, 241, 242.
I think Sheldon Fisher
real
just
tight
giving
pad.
herself a little bit of leg room there. I hope that's all that is. Just don't want too much space to open up.
They just got a warning to stay off the white line.
Ooh, riding the white line.
Nice job, Maya. Nice job.
It was Bo.
Yep.
So hopefully nothing comes of that.
Yeah, you can't have that.
I think it was Hooper got disqualified in Division
He
1.
did last
Zach
year.
Hooper.
It's a lesson you'll
Just
never
as we say
forget.
that, she's making a move.
This is Brochu and Zahn.
We call that lane 0 hero. That's what we call that.
So it looks like Fisher's getting gapped a little bit here, which is a little bit surprising to me.
Is the pace hot? What have they been going through?
It's not that fast, only like 11:20 pace.
Which is well in her league.
I have the results of the boys' shot put. In 6th place from Portsmouth, Palermo. In 5th place from Alvin, Fumi.
You can see the lead's pretty
In
big.
4th place from Sauhegan, Jacques. In 3rd place from
1 and 2.
Capose. In 2nd place from Clunin, Somerville.
Keep her in your
In the
sight.
winner,
Keep her in your sight.
with a
Eyes
toss
up,
of
Maya.
38
Nice
feet,
job. Good
8
job.
3/4 inches from Milford, senior Caden Zielinski.
There's that name again, Zielinski, Man of the Year.
I have the results.
Tell you what, this is all playing out just the way it's seated right now.
6th place from Salem, Ruston. In 5th place from
Connett, Patterson.
Seems like it's heating up.
In 4th place from Co-Brown, Blades. In 3rd place from Pelham, Parent. In 2nd place from Co-Brown, Larson. In the winner, with a jump of 13 feet even, from Merrimack, senior Sam Epstein.
So Maya Brochu, you got Zahn, you got Trudell, you got Fisher, Kennedy, Smith.
They're all fighting
I have
for
the
that
results
6th
of
spot.
the
The 6th
boys'
spot's still very
high
open.
jump. In 6th place from Sauhegan, Jacques. In 4th place from Bedford, McCoy. In 4th place from Winnisquam, Donahue. In 3rd place from South, Ritter.
Zahn starting to pull to the
In
front.
2nd place from Hanover, Solberg. And the winner, with a jump of 6 feet 4 inches, from Londonderry, Junior Andrew Coleman.
Cook, wait till you see how smooth.
Want to see a ballsy move? Look at this. Look at Coleman. He had 2 misses at 6 feet. So he passes to 6'2" and makes it.
Huh.
Think about that.
Yeah.
He needed to regroup.
Oh, yeah.
And he made 6'4". Wow.
Down to two-lady race now.
Nice job, girl.
Trudell.
Trudell's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, she definitely is. And she's the most experienced in the group.
I would like
Tell you
the
what,
girls
Zahn's no joke, though.
400 relay teams to check in. Make sure you
Zahn is definitely perfectly capable of winning this race.
when you check in.
Concord girls are starting to
400
separate
meter
themselves
relay team.
for 5th and 6th. They'll have to be going after Fisher here pretty quick. Fisher looks like she's struggling a little bit today.
Fisher might be praying to come up on her. Keep her alive.
Girls, 200 meters official.
Tell you, I like the looks of this Zahn, though.
6th place, Jenkins from Portsmouth.
She's just smooth.
In
She
fifth
looks like she's
place
just
from
built for the
Exeter,
2 mile.
Kunish. In fourth place from Cole Brown, Chavda. In third place from Merrimack, Fast. In second place from Kenneth Wheat. And the winner with a time of 25.5 seconds from Nashua South, Sama Soraya Ross.
You're doing great, Maya. Here we go.
Chloe Trudell's making her move.
Zani giving her much.
I have the results of the boys 200 meters. In sixth place from Keene Stevens. In fifth place from Conant Vitello.
She's going out in the round, she's passing.
McDonald. In third place from Portsmouth Fletcher.
She's running on her shoulder, but she's not going past.
And the winner with a time of 21.82 from Merrimack Valley, Senior Seth Bayless.
I'd like to see Haley Kavanaugh run the 2 mile.
As the results of the girls,
Here we go, gun lap.
In sixth place from Oyster River, Kavanaugh. In fifth place from Winnicott.
Chloe Trudell's throwing the hammer down.
In fourth place from North Baracchio. In third place from Girton Doherty. In second place from Bedford Lee. And the winner.
Trudell did not win a title at divisionals. Remember that.
From Portsmouth Christian, Junior Brianna Malone.
She tripled. Now she put all of her eggs in one basket. She's going to win this 2 mile.
It looks like Chloe Trudell's breaking this wide open.
Come on, Maya. Great job. Here we go, Maya. You're doing great, Maya. Keep it up.
We know who our top 6 are going to be at this point. Right here, Chloe Trudell, Souhegan.
Very close to 11 flat. That's Chloe Trudell from Souhegan.
Susanna Zahn, second place. Bo.
Chloe Trudell taking that. 11 minutes.
For Chloe.
0.72.
Zahn from Bo. 11:04.
Maya Brochu, third place.
Brochu from Bo.
Sheldon Fisher keeping it together, third place. Fourth place, I mean.
Bo was third, 11:14.73.
Sheldon would be fourth, wouldn't she?
Fourth place, yep.
Because then it's 2 Concord girls that will round it out.
Shelley Smith, Catherine Kennedy, both from Concord.
Fourth
Punched their ticket to
Brown,
Connecticut.
11:34.74.
Look at the awful.
Fifth, Smith from Concord, 11:42.23. And sixth, Kennedy from Concord.
Lily Thomas taking 7th.
We'll see if the power couple in New Hampshire can stay alive.
Yeah.
Chloe Trudell and Tyler Sheedy.
For the New England Championships, which will be held next Saturday in New Britain, Connecticut.
Double champions.
All boys in the 4x400 meter relay can check in at this time, please. All boys in the 4x400 meter relay.
Hey, is Larry here?
Yeah, I think he's somewhere walking around.
I see a lot more headbands. Is that the Pierce sign effect?
There's definitely been a lot of headbands this year.
I don't know. I don't remember there being headbands when I was in high school.
Well, you're getting pretty old there, Forrest.
All right, so we get the 3,200 boys. We got Tyler Sheedy of Dover, Sam Hiltz of Concord, Barhanu Harriman of Lebanon, Killian of Wyndham, Hills of Keene, Hooper of Concord, Fondakowski of Girton, Gandini of Guilford, Fortin of Londonderry, Hogney of Coe-Brown, Labonte of Oyster River, Jardner of Bishop Girton, Fredette of Merrimack, Wolf of Lebanon, Teeter of Portsmouth Christian, and Riley of Belmont.
Want to hear my hot take?
Who?
I think I got Harriman.
Oh. He definitely took it easy in that mile.
Harriman's best time, 11 seconds behind Sheedy.
Tell you he's not going to win.
Yeah, I know who's not going to win. Don't even say it.
Fortunately, the camera was not on at that time.
I'm going to go with it's a toss-up between Gandini and Sheedy.
Oh, I forgot about Gandini.
Yeah.
But Sheedy's just, if you're 11-second favorite,
no, I don't think so.
You should be winning.
He's got 10 seconds over Hill.
I just Gandini's going to be tough, but I'll tell you what, Sheedy's tough too. But I think it's a toss-up between those two guys. I can tell you right now, I don't think either one of them is going to run a bad race.
If they run 9:15, Sheedy's going to win. If they run 9:30, Hiltz is going to win.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, Hills of Keene is no joke either.
That's how I separate this race. I think if I'm Tyler Sheedy,
if it comes
I go
down
right to the front,
comes down to a kick, I'm thinking Hiltz can outkick anybody here.
That's what I'm saying. If it's slower,
yeah. And I talked to Sheedy the other night. They're gonna keep it fast. So there's no.
Yeah, there he is. He's right in the front.
There's no funny business. So we got Sheedy, Gandini, Hills, Killian.
You know who didn't get any love? Fondakowski.
No,
he's always a wild card.
But I was hoping Fondakowski would take this race right out because he will keep it honest.
He's a wild card.
Bring back the old Fondakowski. That's what I want. He'll keep the pressure on, I can tell you right now. I mean, he did run the 4x800. That's a while ago. That doesn't really matter too much in this race.
400, 67, 68.
67? So, yeah, they're going out.
Yeah, they're not messing around, I can tell you right now.
No.
Yep.
856?
I think Gandini and Sheedy are in a little bit of a cahoots on working the lead together. They ain't messing around with the rest of this pack.
I'm surprised more guys didn't go with this.
I do have a little insider information that they're going to work this together till 2400 and then see what happens from there. They ain't Sheedy and Gandini.
I think I would want to be Hiltz, actually. Sometimes with the 3200, you can let these break-offs go.
Together. They're getting rid of this. They're getting rid of this pack.
800 meters.
Do you remember last year, Bragg and Cox got into this a little faster than the last one? So yeah, they're moving.
Yeah.
And then Cox
you
just
don't want to be where Hill is right now.
No, but he's a cross-country skier, so he's used to being alone. You say that, but they go out at different starts, so there's no problem with his game. Hills, the kid from Keene.
I don't know. I think this is too fast to go out.
Might be just a hair too fast.
I'm going to be a skeptic on this.
Yeah. When you're by yourself? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think with 2 to go, that gap's going to be back up there. Maybe not all of them, but I think a good portion of those guys are going to be back in this race.
Harriman's pretty smart though. He's a good. It's going to be a good race. Don't count out Hooper either.
No, none of those guys. Think about the guys in that in the peloton. Some good
1200,
guys in there.
325, 326.
These guys could.
That's ripping.
So they just went 71 on that one. So it slowed down a little bit, but they're still going. They're moving.
Still 68.3s.
But it looks pretty easy for Gandini.
So
and,
they're going like 433. That's fast.
He does, but he's smooth. Fondakowski's smooth. His turnover looks way quicker. They look like they're taking it easy. Yep.
Gandini looks like he's on a jog in the park. Gandini didn't have his red face. I wouldn't think that he was even racing.
Nice job, guys.
So we're coming up on the mile here. 1600.
I found it on the table.
That pack's coming. Killian's bringing that pack up.
I'm telling you, that pack is not out of this race. I actually think somebody from that pack is going to win this race.
1600, 438 for the 1600.
That's reasonable now, but that first 2 laps is going to hurt.
This might
Patrick Gandini and Nate Fondakowski.
It's kind of playing into Hiltz's hands right now.
It really is. That's what I'm trying to say. Going out like that doesn't mean anything. You got to be able to close.
Gandini's getting dropped a little bit. Fondakowski is the thorn in the side right now. He's forcing Sheedy to go. I don't think Fondakowski will be there in the end, but you never know.
Important to note, there's 7 guys breaking away.
Fondakowski's definitely keeping it honest.
Killian's coming back. This race is back on.
Wyndham coach.
Wow, Fondakowski's taking the lead. They're still sharing the lead, but they've just let the pack come up. And I'll tell you what, Hooper and Hills are fresh. Hiltz is the fastest guy out of that group as far as speed.
If you go out like that and let everybody else, all that means is that you just took your sprint out.
Harriman's got to start to make a move here if he's going to get into this race.
ADC to open up this gap. Open it up. Open it up. Prepare to make this move. Open it up. Come on, boys. Get it up.
Look at Fondakowski. I like it.
I think Hiltz is going to win.
He may if he connects on.
In fact, I'm going to give it a guarantee.
You know what those are worth.
Oh, my God.
You watch.
Look at Fondakowski. He's kind of glancing.
Nate Fondakowski from Bishop Gordon. Tyler Sheedy from Provo with 2 laps to go.
Telling you.
Yeah, third.
I'm guaranteeing it.
Hiltz is the fastest out of that group in that top 3. Tell you what, Hooper's no joke either. This could be a 1-2 for Concord. Hiltz has got, Sheedy's got to get his act together. He's got to latch on. He's got to latch on.
If I'm Hiltz, I'm going now. I'm just breaking these guys.
Take it. Keep that moving. Take it.
Go.
This is Hiltz's race.
He's going to the move. You better hold on. Get that guaranteed.
Hiltz has got the strength. He did the work.
He's going to win. There's no doubt in my mind. He's going to win.
He's got the strength. He's been working. Hiltz is going to take this. 1 to go. Could be Hiltz and Hills. He learned something last week.
Bring it in, Bonte, come on.
Let's see if he's got a school record in him. I don't know, but he's really opened this up. Look at Hills of Keene. It's going to be the Hilton Hills show.
Hilton Hill.
Sheedy's starting to fight back.
This is what I was trying to say. If you go out that hard in a race like this, all it does for you is guarantee you're not going to have it in the end. That's all it does.
Sam Hilton's got a good one going here. He's put in the work. Wow, he's got a really good one.
Go, Lawrence. Finish. Get this kid.
9:15. Nothing wrong with that.
Sam Hills from Concord, 9:15.60.
You got Hills. You got Sheedy, Gandini, and Vondakowski.
9:22.19. Tyler Sheedy from Dover, 9:25.56. Fourth, Gandini.
You know what's great? At the start of that race, I said, if they run 9:15, Sheedy will win. If they run 9:30, Hiltz will win. Hiltz goes out and wins it at 9:15. That's great.
Hey, I'll tell you something. Hiltz did the work. Hiltz is state champion.
53. Again, Sam Hiltz conquered 9:15.60.
Congratulations. He did the work all year.
Reminder, athletes, if you finish in
Guaranteed.
you pick up your awards in the awards tent, the red tent at the top of the straightaway. Next on the track will be the girls.
4x400 meter relay. There'll be 2 sections of girls and then 2 sections.
All right, Jimmy, next on the track is our final events of the day. The girls 4x400 meter relay, followed by boys 4x4. Both of them have 2 heats.
So we got Hopkinton, Kearsarge, Girton, Elvern, South, Newmarket, Winnicott, Oyster River.
Fastest time in Heat 1 is Alvern, entering with a 4:15. 4:15.83 to be exact. In Section 2, we will have a couple of teams in the 4:15s as well.
So Elvern comes in with a 4:15 top seed in this section.
Deja vu. Feel like I just said that.
My brain's going elsewhere right now.
I can relate to that, believe it or not. Heat 1 and 2 on a track. I'm not seeing a lane 2 or 3. That'd be Kearsarge and BG. Looks like everyone else is here, though.
I don't like the 3-turn stagger.
I don't either.
They never go.
Talking 3-turn staggers.
You're in lane 8. You literally never see anybody for a lap and a half.
Yeah, it's tough.
They're not used to it.
No.
Kids aren't used to that. I mean, one lap is fine.
Guns up. On their mark, we got a 3-turn stagger here. Fair start. So again, on the track now, Hopkinton, Bishop Girton, Alvern, South, Newmarket, Winnicott, and Oyster River. Three-turn stagger, hard to tell where the lead currently is.
Gotta go! Hey, it's go time! Leave it all on the track, you gotta go!
Coming off the turn with one more turn in the stagger. Winnicott in blue. Will be close with Alvern. Depends on this next leg.
Lead off, 400 meters.
Although this looks like a 2-turn
No,
stagger.
it is a 2-turn stagger.
This is 2-turn. I heard wrong.
This was a 2-turn stagger. So Winnicott. Yep, Winnicott. Right.
So
Way
Winnicott now leading over Alvern.
It's worse on an 8-lane track. It's not that Londonderry.
Way over there.
See that lead of about 10 meters or so by Winnicott over Alvern. Followed
Alvern's
by
coming.
Exeter.
I think Alvin's going to hand off in the lead. Just from eye test.
Looks like that lead still about 10 meters. Although Forrest on the track might have a little inside information, although that lead looks to be increasing at this time. Winnicott.
It looked like Alvin made a move on this side, but didn't really keep it. Would have kind of had the strength.
So we got Winnicott, Alvern.
Looked like Newmarket.
Yeah,
in third.
Newmarket.
Challenged by maybe Oyster River. Oyster River, I think, taking the pass, now in third. Well out in front right now, though, is Winnicott. Winnicott, Alvern. Good battle between South and Newmarket there.
Dad's favorite team, Newmarket's right in the mix.
Yeah, they're starting to pull up good.
I have the results of the girls' javelin.
They won D3 on that
in
too.
In 6th place from Wyndham, Wright. In 5th place from Cromwell, McNeil.
So got Winnicott, Alvern. They're drawing even. Alvern's going to take this going in. So Alvern's got the lead.
Back to the javelin. In 4th place from Pembroke, Corbett. In 3rd place from Exeter, Poland. In 2nd place from Portsmouth, Montpellier. And the winner with a toss of 118 feet, 4 inches from Nashua North, Junior Madeline Novak.
South looks like they're going to be passing.
The Alvern girl's hair looks like fire coming out of her. She's flying. Dick, she's about to get some company here. See if she can hold it. See if she can hold it off. She's gonna do it. She's kicking into gear. It's like Alvern, South, Winnicott.
And taking it is Alvern for 1640.
South for 1836. Third is Winnicott for 1923. Fourth is Newmarket for 1974. Fifth is Oyster River for 2105. And sixth is Hopkinton for 2438.
The next section we got North, Bedford, Concord, Exeter, Pinkerton, Wyndham, Kingswood, Portsmouth. Exeter comes in as the #1 seed.
Heat 2 of 2. This is the last race on the track for the girls. No lane 1, no lane 8.
So no Portsmouth and no North? Is that right?
That's what I'm looking at. Seen that a few times today in relays. Feel like more than normal, but
yeah.
Girls getting some final instructions, testing out the blocks. Looks like Kingswood opting to go to blocks, as well as Wyndham. Only 2 teams to do so in this heat. Ooh. I didn't quite see it.
Green card?
Green. Be a warning. Looks like a warning for Kingswood there. Can be a real stressful thing, especially in a relay. Teammates not sure what's happening, so we'll try this again. Got a fair start going this time. Our second heat of 2 for the girls 4x400 meter.
Of the boys javelin. In 6th place from Co-Brown, Mistany. In 5th place from Conant,
Summerall. In 4th place from Salhegan, Drunk. In 3rd place from North Russia.
Got a 2-turn stagger. Once they hit this next straightaway, everything will be even in terms of stagger.
So what was the call over there? I couldn't see it.
Looked like a warning to Kingswood. Couldn't quite tell what, though.
Senior Peyton Strickland.
Looks like Bedford on the inside. Concord giving them a good push there. Concord surging well on the final straight.
I see Hiltz warming up, so he's going to be in the 4x4 too.
Oh yeah.
Concord, Kingswood. Top 2.
I want to see Fletcher in that. Fletcher split.
Good move here. Couple teams moving up.
Take Exeter, Pinkerton. Exeter, Pinkerton, Bedford, Kingswood. Wyndham, Concord.
Good battle going on between Exeter and Pinkerton up front. Again, this is the second leg of 4. Exeter still leading over Pinkerton. Then Bedford, Kingswood. Bedford challenging Pinkerton now. Exeter still in the lead, about 4 or 5 meters, handing off first.
This is where Exeter will open it up big time right here.
Wow. Look at her.
That 4 or 5 meters is now creeping up there, about 10.
Oh, she's getting caught, it looks like.
Meters shrunk to 7.
It's Exeter, Pinkerton, Bedford, Wyndham, Kingswood, Concord.
It's definitely going to be a close race.
Yeah, I thought Exeter was going to get a bigger lead. But if anything, it looks
Exeter's closer is a pretty good runner, though. It's opening it up now.
Exeter picking up ground here.
Yeah, they're in good hands right now.
About 3 seconds over Pinkerton and Bedford. This is the final leg of the girls' 4x400 meter. Exeter leading.
One thing that the chase pack has is they got 2 of them. Exeter's just sitting out there by herself.
Bedford definitely making a move right now. Bedford with the pass. Bedford now in second. Exeter first still. Pinkerton in third.
Bedford's making a hard move right now.
It's closing down the distance.
That whole pack's coming. I have a feeling Exeter's got a little left in the tank.
Exeter is going to have to. Bedford now on her shoulder.
Pinkerton's coming.
Touch Pinkerton on the outside, but it looks like, wow, Pinkerton's going to pull it out.
I think Exeter held it, right?
No, Pinkerton took it.
That was Pinkerton.
Wow.
Pinkerton 408.74. Exeter 408.79. Don't see him a lot closer than that in a 4x4.
408.98. 0.24 seconds between the top three teams. Fourth, Kingswood, 411.12. Fifth, Wyndham, 411.92.
That's a good
and
finish.
sixth, Concord, 422.
Never say die.
All right. Well, with the girls' track events in the books for the day, we are moving on to our final event on the track. We've got 2 heats remaining. This is our boys 4x400 meter. In Heat 1, we have Guilford, Concord, Bedford, Pinkerton, Hollis Brookline, Hanover, Bow, and Oyster River. And I believe I'm seeing all 8 teams. First command given, guys jumping around, getting those fast twitch muscles ready to fire. 3 teams utilizing blocks. 2-turn stagger here. And standing them up. Looks like a nice little reminder for Concord right there. Nothing more than that.
Will, get over here. You're gonna put on magic fingers.
There's quite a few guys, quite a few officials watching for this.
Do you think there's anybody in both either heat that's fresh?
Hey, you guys know Jordan?
You'll have some legs that are fresh, absolutely.
Yeah, there always is. You have to be the champions.
Probably at least 2 per team, I'd say, as they're off.
You think so? 2 per
Oh,
team?
yeah.
It's like Pinkerton right now with the early lead.
Give it 1-2 per team, depending on how distance heavy they are.
Pinkerton closing up the gap.
Again, still looking at the teams with the stagger. Once they get off this turn, all things will be equal. Good surge from Guilford off the turn.
So Guilford with the early lead.
Guilford, Pinkerton. Concord gonna get in there. I'm sorry, Hanover. Actually, I can't tell. Have to have Forrest give us an update.
Yeah, it looks like it's Guilford, Pinkerton, Hanover, Concord, Bow, Bedford, Hollis, Brookline.
Pinkerton now over Guilford. Pinkerton, Guilford, Hanover. Hanover looking to make a move on Guilford.
Good leg by Luke Brennan.
Yeah, for a distance guy, he's holding his own.
Pierce Sign is going to be closing it out for Hanover, it looks like. See if they can keep it close.
Pinkerton, Hanover. Might be Bedford that moved into third?
Yeah, it's
That's
Bedford.
Bedford in third. It's Hanover, Pinkerton, Bedford.
He's coming out strong. Nick Haddock, best kid from Guilford. He's cruising. Coming down the 100 section, the opposite side. He is flying. Oh my gosh.
Some happy Guilford fans in the background. They close well. Oh. Kid dropped his stick.
Who did?
Bedford dropped his stick.
Bedford dropped their stick.
Hanover right now over Pinkerton and Concord. Bow currently 4.
He dropped his stick and got in front of the Guilford kid. That's bad.
Clean pass there for Hanover. Can never count them out. Feel like Hanover always shows up for relays.
They got the distance king right now.
Gap less than 10 meters. And it's closing. Pinkerton coming up on Hanover.
A lot of distance guys anchoring.
Hanover, 150 to go. Less than 5 meters behind is Pinkerton. Hanover 1, Pinkerton 2.
That was a good leg.
And it looks like it's going to stay that way. Hanover's going to take it. Heat 1 goes to Hanover. 3:31.12.
That's a fast time, too. Pretty good.
Yeah, top time going into that heat was a 3:35 from any of those teams.
3:31 is probably going to get you in.
It's almost like they had some fresh guys.
They also had a back-to-back champion.
That doesn't hurt you.
So it's next year we got Wyndham, Conant, Elverin, Portsmouth, Keene, Sam,
Co-Brown, Sanborn, and Nashua South.
cut off.
I gotcha.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, my hot take is that Hanover's gonna get in.
Well, 3:31. We'll see if that holds up. I mean, that
definitely should get you in.
It's a top 6 time, that's for sure.
It might even be top 3. That might be the hotter take.
Well, going into it, we do have Portsmouth, top seed 3:27.95. Keene 3:28.46, and then the third fastest team is Alvern 3:32.72. So that would be top 3 if it went by seedings, but obviously, having watched that race, those times these guys don't care about them. Final race of the day. Gun is up. Fair start. Again, we're looking at Wyndham, Conant, Alvern, Portsmouth, Keene, Co-Brown, Sanborn, and South. 2-turn stagger, so they've still got another turn to go before all is made even. Co-Brown, though, looks like they made up some stagger. Not alone. Portsmouth, Keene looking strong.
Well, Keene looks really good right now. It's going to be another showdown between Keene and Portsmouth.
Yeah,
again.
we got Keene in front.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I hope that happens.
Keene 1, Portsmouth 2. See how these exchanges go.
Kindop wasn't in the 800.
Keene taking a while to cut in there, but does cut in the lead.
In 6th place from Co-Brown Riley. In 5th place from Salem.
And quite the lead now, over 10 meters.
Newfound McKellar. In 3rd place from the senior.
Keene, Portsmouth, Co-Brown.
Boy, it's just setting right up like it did before.
And winning by 1 inch in the girls' top hat. with a throw of 37 feet.
Aiden Cox was in my ear earlier, and he said he's guaranteed a Co-Brown win.
They got a little bit of work to do because right now Portsmouth is the one making the move over Keene. They're going to pass off pretty close to each other. See how the handoffs go. Ooh, Portsmouth gets the edge over Keene there. Co-Brown in third, about 10 meters back of those two.
From Heat 1, Alvin. In fifth place, Wyndham. In fourth place, Kingswood.
Good battle here between Keene and Portsmouth. Keene overtaking.
Boy, this is setting right up for the same battles we had earlier. Fletcher and Kindop to finish. Fletcher got the best of Kindop last time, but we'll see. Kindop's tough. We'll see what happens.
Like I said,
I think it's going to be a great battle.
This week.
He's got one less race in him.
Keene still in front. Portsmouth not going away.
Oh, this is going to be it.
Portsmouth moving up.
Even Stevens giving it away.
Portsmouth a slight edge. We'll see who gets a turn first. Oh,
this is going to be good.
Portsmouth gets it. Portsmouth with lead over Keene. Last leg on the track right
Here we
now.
go.
Battle right here.
Showdown.
Seen this battle before.
As a result of the boys' 300-meter hurdles, in sixth for Winnicott Duffy. In fifth place,
Keene moving outside, making the move.
That's what you need him to do.
Keene gets in front.
Kindop and Fletcher. Keene and Portsmouth coming around this turn. What's going to happen?
Fletcher making.
Here we go. Fletcher making a big move. Can Kindop respond?
Slingshotting off the turn is Fletcher.
Fletcher again.
Fletcher over Kindop.
Fletcher just got too much speed.
Portsmouth.
Different gear.
Wow, check out that time.
325.
Portsmouth, 3:24.15.
Wow.
3:24.
That's only a second off the state record.
3:25.43. Third, Co-Brown, 3:30.44.
Wow.
So what Hanover's going to
Fourth,
be?
Wyndham, 3:32.02.
Yep.
Fifth, Conant, 3:32.58. And sixth, Sanborn.
What a day, what a race.
Unbelievable way to finish.
Oh my God, it was great.
Reminder.
Absolutely.
Take nothing away from
great.
Kindop. Fletcher's just,
Oh, yeah.
Fletcher's just, I'm going to be honest with you. He's the fastest 400 guy.
I mean, Kindop did exactly what he was supposed to do. Exactly
Yeah,
when he
he
was
did.
supposed to.
Exactly.
His move was perfect. Fletcher just had him on that, the slingshot move, and he was gone. So, unbelievable day.
I'll be posted on LancerClimbing.com.
All right, wow. Pretty good.
Is that the last meet? Do they still have the pie eating contest? Do they still have the pie eating contest at the end, Larry? No?
Can confirm that is the last event. And with that, once again, this is New Hampshire Track and Field.com. Powered by Runners Alley. Our meet hub today brought to you by Arthur Thomas Properties. This has been your 2022 Meet of Champions here in Sanborn. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again next week as we start covering our New England's down in Connecticut. We'll see you then.
All teams, as you pack up and get ready to leave.